I think we're good now.
Hello guys and welcome to round 9 of the LMP2 series in Gavra Racing. Tonight it is the 2.5 hour endurance race of Spa. And tonight we are joined by
Pardon?
Ilp, you meant to see your name.
Ah, yeah. With me, Dutch.
And
Chris.
well, me, Ryan, he's a bit far behind tonight. But
Sorry.
tonight it is the 2.5 hour, well, 2 hours and 30 minutes race, because we was going to do 3 hours, but it was too much to do a 24-hour race. Anyway, we're currently in practice, and we've got a full lobby, hopefully, for a full race.
For the first time in a while.
Yeah.
So we are trackside with cashing it now. It seems like he's got a fair bit of damage though. I don't know if that's because he's lagging for me.
And also we might have a special guest tonight later, as Chris will have to go mid-race, so we may or may not have a secondary co-commentator, which hopefully could be Evil Dragon XXL. If not, it'll just be me on my own for the last hour or so.
I'm traitorous. Lonnie set the fastest time at 2:04.
So I just messaged Mr. Evil Dragon XXL. I'll see if he can join me later tonight. But oh yes, while we're doing that, do you want to put the map on and the standings thing?
Ah, yes.
So while we just watch Cashnit on the last bit of his lap, I'm just going to get the standings up. So, championship leader is Cash In It. So, he's on 192 points so far this season. Then next is his teammate Forelli on 165. Next is Sig, or Stig, as you want, some people call him, 158. Then Lonnie HLB on 102, then Mark on 94, Cypher Knight on 91, Flip Flip 77, Reezy Real, or AA Razy now, as he's changed it, 66, ID Forgets on 62, Nico Zava 55, Suki, who's changed her name as well, on 36, Matteo, have we got Matteo?
I don't think so, but I don't even think we have Suki.
Matteo on 30, who hasn't been here for a few rounds, as I'm pretty sure. Interceptor 21, Hydraco Sweden 19, Yaves Dog 18, Index 18, Mike on 7, Agulator 0, and Gaming VR 0. So we got some new teams. That's why we got some drivers missing. Okay, so Interceptor is in ESR, who is teammates with ESR is Yevis Dog. Oh wait, yeah. Mike, wait, yeah. Mike is.
No, so it's Yevis Dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike is with BM Racing with Gaming VR. And Agulator, who was the reserve driver, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, that's the other Durex team, isn't it? I think. Wait, we got two Durex teams. I know that was a reserve, wasn't he? Oh, Agulator was the reserve, I think. Wait, so have we got Nico?
Nope.
No Nico, so that must be the new driver for tonight. For tonight, anyway. There is no LLP points for any of the drivers for this race, so no drivers starting from the back of the grid or no qualifying. As if you guys have been keeping up to date with the GT4s, I had my reserve driver take my penalties because one, I was away, but the other, that I didn't really want to take the penalties. I'm still third in the championship, but so it is championship standings. Where is the championship standings? Top. Team standings. It is Ferrari B team, which is Pirelli and Kashnit on 357 points. Then Durex team, which is Nico Zava or Agulator and Stig on 213. So I think Agulator has taken Nico's drive now. Then is HLB, which is Lonnie and Mark on 196. Next is Project Speed, which is Cypher Knight and Flip Flip on 169. Pacific Rim Racing, which is Reezy Real, or AA Reezy, and Suki B-Spec, whatever her name is now, I've forgotten, on 102. Then it is TPR, Index, Hijacker Sweden, and ID Forgets on 98. Then it is ESR with Interceptor and Yeversdog on 39. Wow, that's a big drop. 98 to 39. Next is FM Racing, which is Fly High and Massio on 32. BM Racing, which is Mike and Gaming VR. I don't think we've got any more. No, we haven't got any more teams after that. But we keep having a disconnection of one driver. I don't know who that is.
Gaming VR.
Gaming VR. So currently at the bottom of the standings. But wait, Buzzing Hornet.
As you see, Sig come up to take the second best time in practice. And the practice being complete now. Everyone finishing up their laps.
Confirmation that I will be on my own for tonight. At the end of Dutch Muso's time with me in the comments box. So I will be alone for I don't know how long. But that is the end of practice. Lonnie with the fastest lap, and then Sig, then Buzzing Hornet, then ID Forgets. So a good practice session for ID Forgets and Buzzing Hornet. Then we got Flip Flip and then AA Reezy. Then we got Hijacker Sweden, Interceptor, Kashnit. Oh, Kashnit's very far down as Yevis Dog just jumps up.
But do you see? Do you also see them with a lot of damage?
No. And then okay, we've got Agulator down in 11th. Then Pirelli, Mark, Mike, and Cypher Knight. Pirelli, Mark, Mike, and Cypher Knight not setting laps in qualifying. The practice, I mean. So maybe there is penalties for some drivers. Or these guys just don't want to show off their pace. But
maybe. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to partake in practice. No points and nothing's really being.
Yeah, that was our difficulty on Wednesday. My teammate Bowie and my reserve driver, the one, neither of them had done any testing, and we had no practice time. We weren't allowed on the track for practice, nor allowed on the track for qualifying. So yeah, we started from the back of the grid, and it being wet, and the one is a little throttle happy, if I say so myself. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further. But that is the end of practice. So next we will be going on to qualifying, and these guys will probably want to get out as quick as possible. I think we've only got 10 minutes of practice. Qualifying, I mean. Maybe a little bit longer for tonight. We'll have to wait and see.
It'll be at maximum about 5 laps still.
Lonnie with the fastest lap of a 2:03.441, and then Sig in second with a 2:04.404. Then Yevers in third with 2:04.428. So not far between the top 3 in that. So yeah, we got 15 minutes of qualifying there. As Cashin is just drove out and waiting for everyone else to go out to get the grip on the track off the other guys and try and get a tow for the first lap. So
I'm gonna go 5 seconds. I'll be right back.
okay, let's count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he's been more than 5 seconds. He's lying to me. So yeah, so Cashin it is following the car that Suki should be driving. So I don't know what Suki, who is the reserve for Suki tonight. Trying to think. It could be Buzzing Hornet. I think maybe. I will get Mr. Dutchy Musso to tell me who it is in 1 minute. Just go on to the Gavra channel so we can get the comments up, because we have had a few comments already. So good luck HLB guys and Team Ring Police from Endex. Then we got BM Racing. Good luck VR, gaming VR by the way. Good luck. And we got another one supporting gaming VR. So he's got a little bit of pressure on him tonight to show what he's got. As we just check the, I'm going to quickly just check the streams channel. 24 hours of BM Racing, which is that was 26 minutes ago and it didn't go live. Maybe the stream will be going live soon. You lied to me. He was more than 5 seconds.
Pardon?
He was gone more than 5
sorry.
seconds. You said 5 seconds. You lied to me. I'm not happy.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
if you want to wait, I'm wondering who. Whoa, that's a different livery. I just realised. That's the BM Racing.
Yeah.
Who is the reserve driver for Suki? If you want to go one by one quickly. Cash in it. The others. Interceptor, Sig, Hijacker Sweden, Pirelli. Buzzing Hornet. I thought it was Buzzing Hornet. Yeah. So Buzzing Hornet is the reserve for Suki tonight. So we'll have to wait and see how he does for the Pacific Rim Racing, as we've got a full lobby so far. If you want to jump on board with Cash in it as he goes on his first flying lap on the onboard, maybe. Yep. As he's coming down to Lecom. I know he's just exited Rouge and Radion. Now going down the Camel Straight, going down towards Lecom. Lecom, as I call it, the sausages. So he's just gonna try and stay on the curb, not take too much curb, because those curbs are very spinny. Now coming out of it, we're going down to Bruxelles. I think that's the name of it. So I have actually got the track layout on my computer. If you guys are wondering why I question the names of words. So now we're going down to Puon. Not actually spelt how you think. It's spelt like something different. It's Pouhon. Fun fact.
Well, it's French. French people are different. So.
Well, it's Belgium, but yeah, they speak French and German. And
Belgium is pretty much French.
Now going down to the unnamed corner. Then we're going through Campos, which is Campus. Now going through Stavelot. Now going through Corblet-Liège. So this ain't going to be a completed lap for Cash in it here actually. Going down towards through Blanchimont. Hell, I remember that name. Now we're going down then off. Ew, Cash in it. What you doing, mate? You meant to be the fastest car on the track. He ain't got 5th gear.
Wait, has he got mechanical problems?
No, he's just getting a big gap, I think.
Maybe because
he's also revving it up to get the fuel out of the car. But as he comes through the bus stop chicane now, we're going down towards the source, so we're going to go for a full lap on board with Cash in it. So we go see if we can try and get pole off of the other guys going into La Source, trying to get as close to that curb as possible without spinning it, just getting a little bit of wheel spin through the corner there. Now we're going down towards Radion and a Rouge. It's
Rouge
a Rouge
Radion.
first, then Radion. That's Radion actually. I like to make that one. I like to say it. And then we're going up. We made a really good run through the going through a Rouge and Radion. Now we're going down the Camel straight, down towards the Com. Trying to be a little bit French, Frenchie with the language today. So we're going for the Com and try not. We'll hope for. We'll hope that nothing happens like Mercedes did a couple of years back.
Yeah.
We're not gonna name this corner because I can't say it for. Hello man, I'm not saying it for 2.5 hours tonight. But now we're going down towards Pouon, which that corner as well was unnamed. And we're going through Pouon. We're gonna go through it in about 4th or 5th gear. We are. Oh, just let off through 5th gear actually. So catching up to the back of Lonnie or Mark there. Yeah, Lonnie. So we jump back on board with Cash in here. Let's see if he will let him pass. Now we're going through Campos. Now going down to Stavelot. So not a good place to be on the back of Lonnie here, because we're now going through Paul for you.
I mean, this entire last section is full speed, so I mean.
Yeah, and we're going through Blochimont, and Lonnie, I think, is weaving or just trying to let him pass. I don't know. Pirelli's not out on track yet.
Now we are.
Pirelli's not on track.
No.
Oh, we're going to run out. He might run out of fuel. So we're coming into the bus stop chicane, which is a beautiful corner for Formula 1. As they nearly made contact there. That was very, very close. I hope for that in the middle of the race tonight. As Kashnik comes across the line to take pole position by 2 seconds over ID Forgets. And he will return to the pits as he's got 0.7 litres of fuel. So next, we've got to see if Flip Flip can do any better. So Flip Flip, just coming. Oh no, Flip Flip not going to set another lap. He's 2 seconds down, dead on 2 seconds down. Now, now I call that good. Anyway,
yeah,
we got 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Pirelli needs to come out of the pits now if he hasn't got a penalty, because he'll be starting from the back of the grid. And I haven't got any confirmation that he has or has not got any penalties, as it has not been updated on the website. So I'll wait to see, because he went. I think no, he didn't go out and practice, did he? Did he? Wait,
no.
What happened last race? Really?
Last race he wasn't there.
Oh, it was his reserve, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If any of you are the admin team in the live stream watching, can you confirm if Pirelli has got a penalty or not? Because he hasn't gone out on track yet, and he's halfway into qualifying. And oh no, he's out on track, so he is out on track now. So he's just waiting for the tyre, the grip just on the track to get
slightly warmer.
Yeah, and he's got a little bit little bit more fuel than Cash in it had.
So he might go for a couple runs here.
Well, we only had 2 litres more, so I think it's 1 lap. Or 2 laps. It's 2 laps. But not cashing it. Pirelli just going straight on to let past Flip, I think. Well, that might be Cypher Knight. It was Cypher Knight. But I've noticed these guys don't do much of team sort of strategies. Whereas you go to the GT3s and the GT4s and the Clios and stuff like that, they do it quite a lot. Like, if you guys have watched my races, which is GT4s, I'm in the KTM, in the orange one, factory team, that me and Bowie always go out qualifying right behind each other, and we use each other's slipstream to get a better lap because the cars are so slow. And I noticed Husa and Slimside been doing it now. So trying to trying to get us, as they are leading the constructors championship between the KTMs. So I'm not too happy about that. But
there's a bit of a yellow flag in first sector.
So I don't know who that is. That is nobody. So we'll go back to, what was it? Pirelli. Yeah, it was Pirelli was watching as he comes through Blanchimont, going down towards the bus stop chicane. Which, oh, that's a lovely track. This is a lovely track. I want to go here, but I might go there when my mate goes out there racing.
I mean, this is my favourite track, but I mean, it's definitely a beautiful track.
Alright, So
it's definitely very reminiscent of the old classic tracks. I mean, it's still got all the trees around it.
Yeah. Before we go any further in qualifying, I just want to have a debate a really short, quick debate. F1 2019, if you guys haven't or have seen the gameplay yet, keep in mind that it's still in work in progress. It's still being built. I mistaken it for real. I actually thought it was live coverage of Daniel Ricciardo's lap at Bahrain. It is so realistic. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
I took it. Have fun, Index. Index is going to be here tomorrow for the 6 hours of the FIA WEC, which I think that would be a really good race to do. If this ever progresses into PC, I think that would be a really good race because you get multiple categories in. And saying that about endurance races, the Blancpain GT series at Brands Hatch is on this weekend, and I will be attending that, even though I have got a damaged knee. Yeah, so I might just pay an extra £5 and just sit on the banking, because it's the GP loop and I can just put it on my phone, I think. But so yeah. Also about F1 2019, I'm a bit confused. Lando Norris's 2018 Formula 2 car is in 2019. Yeah. And he is the driver of it, so I don't know if they're doing 2019 and 2019 and 2018 car or not. But I'm hoping, because next week is the first round for the Formula 3, the World Formula 3 series, well, the European Formula 3, because they don't go around the world because they're not cool enough, which I think should be done. But
I mean, isn't there an Asian series as well, Formula 3?
Yeah, there is an Asian Formula 3, but they don't mix up.
Yeah.
The series, I think the Asia Formula series has done it already. Ferrari comes across the line to set a invalidated lap. I
think that was him letting somebody buy that lap. So.
Yeah, I think he went straight on. But yeah. Also, I just can't wait for. Well, I hope they do Formula 3 because it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
To be like driving like the old, like the youngsters' little car. But I wonder who's going to do a series as Mick Schumacher and getting him to F1. Wait, I wonder if they progress them up categories. Because there is a game that on PC where every season the championship leader actually goes up to the next series. If they Motorsport Manager.
Oh yeah.
We got some Dutch language in the chat of German. As Ferrari loses it and puts it in the wall. So Ferrari, if he's not got damage, he might have enough time to get a lap in. But if not,
if he has damage, it's over.
Yeah, and he hasn't got enough fuel, so that could be Ferrari starting at the back of the grid. So unfortunately, it doesn't look too good for him. Where's Buzzing Hornet? Buzzing Hornet is in 10th for his first appearance in the LMP2 series. And he raced in the GT4s on Wednesday, and he is good in the GT4s, even though it was his first appearance. I don't think he actually had any time in the car. If you won't mind, I'd like to have it in English, please. The chat, please.
I can understand it just fine, but
I don't understand it. I'm not Dutch, mate.
Well, they're talking about getting a new wheel.
Okay. We'll what FF what harder. I get that as force feedback. Okay. You guys can carry on speaking Dutch. I'll just get Dutch Muso just to speak it to me. But that is 40 seconds remaining of qualifying. Ferrari coming through the final chicane.
Doesn't seem like he's got much damage.
It doesn't seem like he's got much damage, but he has. I don't think he's got enough fuel. That's my worry.
4.9 litres.
Kashnit passed the line with 0.9, and he started with 2 litres less. The stint. Yeah. So I wonder. I don't know how much fuel they're using. I think he went out of 14, so he's done what 3 laps. Done 10 litres. So about that, I think he might just make it. I don't know. I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he will. It's about 3-3,
Because he did
I
an
think.
out lap and then a flying lap to do
And then another
the
lap.
2:15. So.
And then another one.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's when he spun it, because I noticed it as he was pulling away. So, that is the ending of qualifying. So currently, Cashing It is on pole with a 2:02. 2:02, 4:20, 4:20.
Sig actually
But
right behind him.
Sig, very close. So Stig, I'm going to call him Stig now. Stig, currently on the second row, with only 0.599 seconds behind, so basically 0.6 of a second behind him. And then Mark with HLB Racing, currently in third with just over a second behind. And then Lonnie, so not bad drive for the HLB drivers so far. They're currently third and fourth, and then Interceptor in fifth. Flip sixth. Indes, I was about to say ID forgets seventh. Gaming VR. So he's done quite well so far in qualifying. In eighth, Yevis Dog. Ninth, Reezy Real. 10th, Buzzing Hornet. 11th, Mike. 12th, Hijacker Sweden. 13th, Agulator. 14th, Cypherknight. 15th, and Ferrelli currently in 16th, but on a lap so far. I don't know how much fuel he has got remaining as it is being covered over. But
It's 1.6 liters now.
well, how can you see that?
For me, the qualifying complete is just right underneath it because
You've moved
where
it.
you've got it's right above the race
Yeah.
sheet.
So Ferrelli coming out of the final corner out of Bus Stop Chicane with a little bit of wheel spin as he comes across the line to set second place. So a very good lap from Ferrelli at the end. Don't know how close it was between Ferrelli and Cash in it. Wow, that was only 0.245 of a second. So that pushes everyone down in position. So Gaming VR will be starting from 10th as we're about to go for qualifying. You can go through results times.
Cashing it, getting pole position with the 2 minutes, 2 seconds and 4 tenths. Ferrelli just behind him by 2 tenths and 45 thousandths. Sig right behind him, behind Cashing It with 6 tenths. Mark with just about 9 tenths gap to Cashing It. Lonnie is second and 7 tenths behind Cashing It. Interceptor 1 second, 8 tenths. Yevis Dog just not 2 seconds. Flip exactly 2 seconds behind Cashing It. ID4 gets in 9th with 2 seconds, 1 tenth gap, and that's all I'll see.
So we have got 2 hours and 30 minutes remaining before the end of this race, and 2 minutes 30 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes before the end of this race when we go green. So I'm putting my, actually no, I'm not even putting any bets on who I think is going to win because I'm going to give them commentator's curse and they're going to crash out. Anyway, I'm not going to say. I just hope they do good. But it's unfortunate we didn't get all the contracted drivers in for tonight, as it'd be nice to see the championship battle with no reduced points for some drivers.
Yeah.
As the last three as reserved. Yeah, fuel run. So 75. Then we're down to Ferrelli, 75 as well. So we're now up to Stig, 75 as well. So, hey up. That's not right.
That's why we changed.
75. 75. I think it's all going to be 75 all the way down. Maybe 60 on one of the cars. Hey up. Hey up.
52
That might change as well. And Cypherknight in last.
with a 75 I saw.
So if you want to just double check, Lonnie, I think it was, or Mark's. It was Mark. So Mark on 75 now. And we got down to Buzzing, I think it was. Nope, Agulator 52 still. So he's probably just getting it set up for the green. If we get the sinking now, it must mean he's starting on 52 litres, which is a very odd strategy.
You could try and get the undercut on everyone, but
yeah, but it's a 2.5 hour long 2.5 hour long race. It's a totally different strategy they got to run. But we'll have to wait.
Because obviously then after this pit stop he'll be running 75 every time, otherwise it's an extra pit stop at the end, or an extra 2 pit stops maybe even.
Yeah.
So that's just losing time for no
So
reason.
2 minutes remaining, so that is going to be the start. So Agulator going to be starting on 52 litres. Wait, sink in, it might jump up. Yep, 52 litres. If you want to go to the front, we're going to go green now as we pull away. Ferrelli getting a good start, a bit of wheel spin further back, so we're going down towards the source. It's going to be Cashing It on the inside then. Pirelli and Sig side by side further back, and then it's going to be a side by side battle all the way back for the other guys. As Lonnie and Mark made a little bit make contact, and they might hit again going down towards
reminiscent of the 2017 Force Indias.
Yep, as Pirelli just mounts the curb slightly there. As we've had two cars drop back a little bit already. As Agulator, Cypher Knight has spun, I think. Cypher Knight has no. It's gonna well. Lonnie spun. Lonnie's hit the wall.
Lonnie's missing his entire front.
Lonnie's got suspension damage. So I don't know if he's gonna try.
He's missing the entire front of his car.
I wonder if he's gonna try. Sig has got a penalty. Sig has got a penalty.
Sig with a penalty. I think he might have hit.
Okay, Lonnie's suspension is very badly damaged. Yeah, that looked very bad.
There's more damage.
Lonnie is dropping back quite far, but the race is 2.5 hours long. He could still win the race if something could happen. So, Cash in it hasn't lost a position yet. Pirelli hasn't lost a position. Sig still in the same position. Interceptor, I think, qualified in 4th.
Sig very close to Pirelli. Keep him out in this battle.
So let me just double check the start. It was Mark and Lonnie are fourth and fifth. So maybe them two made contact, as Lonnie's only made it through Lacombs now. So he's struggling very, very badly with the suspension damage. It must have been a heavy impact, as he
going through lost that entire Oru section, that's full speed, so
yeah, I think he must have lost it. So Lonnie's already a minute down, and I do not like this track when you get damage, as Cashing It has pulled away. Pirelli got a penalty, Sig's got a penalty, and Mark has got a penalty. 2 seconds, 1 second and 3 seconds. As we go on to the second lap. Cashing on the second lap now, as Lonnie's not even down to poo on. So
it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategies these people are using for themselves. You know, they're going to try and use all the energy in the beginning and get a gap, and then do up, because obviously towards the end you will start getting.
Lonnie looks very, very, very bad. He's struggling quite a lot.
I don't know why
we was getting a view of the Camel Straight, as that is, I think, Gaming VR going a little bit off the track there as he was battling. As yes, it was battling Mr. Wait, what? Gaming VR is apparently battling Arab. Why not Arab? Wait, Arab? Or is he real? But it's Yev's dog. Yeah. I got it wrong. It was Yev's dog. He is battling. Where is Yev's dog? I'm having a brain melt. He's in 5th.
Oh,
Mark has put it in the wall. Mark has spun it. So Mark has saved it from putting it in the wall, but he is losing a lot of positions. He is down quite far, and he could be joining.
Both HLB boys.
Yes, unfortunately, it's
not great for. And we have Lonnie getting. He hasn't even completed his first lap, and he's already being lapped.
So, Yev's, Cashing It currently pulling a gap, 2.2 seconds already. So, forgetting about his teammate, as Lonnie just on the left there, as you see, just trying to keep out of the way for the other guys, because that damage is compromising his race. As Buzzing Hornet is back as well quite a bit. So, I don't know if he's had contact as well. He looks like he might be.
Might have just spinned it somewhere.
Mark's back up to 10th, so not lost too many positions. He was running quite high up, but there's a little bit of oversteer there coming out of the corner, and just lost the back end slightly and caught it. So
somebody else has spun it.
Yevez has got a penalty. Gaming VR has spun it and hit the wall. Don't know why he has stopped. He needs to be carrying on.
Yevez, penalty of 2 seconds.
He's sitting in 3rd gear. He will have to move at some point.
Ooh, can Flip get past ID4? No, looking at the inside, but just not making.
Lonnie is trying to still make it to the pit lane. I'm just seeing on the map. So so he's not even finished his first lap yet. So really, anything could happen, but I think
if you're
mathematically,
already 2 laps down,
so Gaming is in the pit lane. I don't know if he's retired or he's driving. Yes, he is driving. So Lonnie mathematically might get back into, I think, contention if it's like, I think he might get 13th at a push.
Yeah.
Or higher. I don't think he's got the power to get back up in the top 10 because he's 3 minutes down and with 3 laps in. It's just not looking good for him. Don't know what's happened, but we will have to see later tonight, later on the race claims. As cashing it, it's just driving past him now.
Oh, somebody spun it as well. I think he spun it again. Wasn't on it.
Buzzing Hornet not having so good luck currently. Rocking very far back. He's 48 seconds back. As that is Lonnie. That is Lonnie. Lonnie hasn't moved far, but he has hit the wall again. He has lost his rear wing. I noticed.
Oh yeah, he's spun it again.
Buzzing Hornet has lost it, so I don't know what is happening to Buzzing Hornet. He had such a good qualifying lap, but he's dropped back quite a bit now. So, not looking too good. As Cash in it has pulled a massive gap, I think. Nope. No, that was just a back marker. I thought it was Cash in it, and it just hadn't said how far he was ahead. As Lonnie is cutting the track to hit into the pit lane. He's had enough. He wants to get in the pit lane.
I don't know.
Is that a bit of rain I saw? I think. Is that just a graphics glitch?
I don't understand why it's showing.
That is a bit of rain. That is a bit of rain. As that is a car going slightly off track. There's a bit of rain coming down. So. Oh, as we had another spinner.
Who's that? ID4 spun it.
So Lonnie in the pit lane now. I wonder how long he's going to be in the pits.
Let's go to cockpit view then. Let's see if these guys can see the rain on their windshield.
Yeah, we can't see it yet.
But
we can see it there coming down through the dark parts of the track. We can't see it in the light. So it's going to be quite difficult for some drivers. As Gaming VR just letting everyone pass currently. Not having the best of races. So yeah, that's not looking too good for the 3 cars that have had problems at the start. But there is 2 hours and 22 minutes remaining. Anything can happen. Next, we've got. What have we got next?
I mean, if
Lonnie on rain tyres. Lonnie is on rain tyres.
Is he?
Yeah, apparently Lonnie's on rain tyres. Index says. Index is probably in a party.
You might be hoping that he puts rain tyres on because
Lonnie might be in a party with Index and with Mark, because they are all HLB cars or drivers, but Index is a totally different team. But anyway, he's going to be in there a long time with that repair. I think it's going to be about 2 or more minutes in the pit lane with that damage.
Yeah.
So, not looking too good.
I mean, it's worth it if you know that there's people that you affect fast.
Yes, hope he puts rain tyres on. That's it. We haven't seen any puddles or spray coming up yet, so it looks to be fine for the time being.
I mean,
there's a bit of lock up there.
If it's just going to be this, and obviously it's not going to be worth the
as Gaming VR is back in the pit as well. Buzzing Hornet looking like he's going very slow as well, so I don't know if he's had another crash either. He's very far back down the track there. I don't know if you want to just quickly jump on board with him to see.
Who?
Buzzing Hornet.
Yep.
He doesn't look like to have any damage. Whoa, as we catch a spin from him as he hits the wall and he's got suspension damage. So he's going to get it back going. He's actually running clutch as well, so that's a very big surprise from Buzzing Hornet in the LMP2. So I noticed that the revs were building up before he put it in gear, and he's not pitting. He's put it in the wall. I think he should be pitting.
He doesn't have suspension damage. Look, he's not wiggling his rear, so he doesn't have suspension damage. What?
It might be light.
Mike's got a penalty.
Mike has got a 3-second penalty. So, yeah, he's up to 4 now. Ferrari on 2, Sig on 1 still. and Mark on 3.
Only now 8 minutes behind, but finishing is worth the points. So
yeah, finishing is still 1 point. So keep that in mind. If you keep like going to like, if you go to like cockpit view, you fix that by the way. If he's in the pit lane. Okay, so Lonnie I think is actually moving now. I don't know. Maybe not. He's
no,
the hand is up. His hand is still up on the crew. Pit crew. Yeah, he keeps putting his hand up. He's giving them a wave. So going through the source now on board with Yevers as Gaming VR coming out of the pit lane. So I don't know if he's on wet tyres or not. I think the first place we're going to see the rain coming to effect is going to be the bottom of a Rouge and Radion. Oh, yeah, Rouge and Radion.
I don't know why he keeps switching to Lonnie, but
he is not moving yet as he hasn't built his revs up. But Yevers going down the Kevin straight, 6th gear, revving it out, 180 miles per hour. Not on F1 car speed, but they're going a little bit easier because of the rain. But soon it will be all different. I'm just wondering when it's going to start to become dark.
yeah. When it's dark, it's if you have a crash with your lights and then your lights go out, that is
the bad side of this track. Interceptor going off. So the Interceptor and the Yevers got Interceptor and Yevers currently doing quite good for the team. Currently 4th and 5th for their first or second round, I think it is.
But this entire back section, there's no lights at all, so
no. So this is a wet bad start side of this track. You don't have any lights other than the only time you have lights is the bus stop chicane, and it ends at the bottom of Rouge. Rouge, pretty sure. So there's not much track coverage of lights. So if you crash at the start of the lap, you've got a long way to go with no lights. You better know this track off by heart. And I'm waiting for the puddles to start coming up because I'm wondering when they're going to start going. And Lonnie's still in the pit lane, so Lonnie's repair is taking forever. I said 2 minutes. I think it's more like 5 minutes or more now. There we go. We see him release. So he's released now, going down the pit lane.
More time penalties as we see Interceptors also got 1 or 2 seconds.
I saw a penalty, then it just went away. I'm pretty sure. I'm not going mental.
Mark overtaking someone.
I'm 35 seconds behind the stream. No, that was Mark overtaking. So Mark has overtaken another guy on another drive, which is Reezy Real. So Mark's making his way back up the grid for the team. This could be depending on this drive from Mark, as Gaming VR is back in the pit lane. I don't know why. I don't know if it's wet now. Go to cash in it. Maybe he can see the rain. On board?
Yep.
So
no, still not.
He hasn't got his wipers on, so no one's actually got
can on the left side.
Oh yes, there it is. That's Sector 3 coming out. To the end of...
yeah, there we go.
Sector 2 and Sector 3 is going to be a bad place for the rain. So, is there any spray coming up? It doesn't look like it from the car in front. No, it doesn't. So, as Gaming VR has disconnected. So, Lonnie being pushed up another position. That is still, I think, that's 2 points.
I don't know if he's gaining time, though. He's losing time to... Let's see if he's gaining time to...
He's slightly gaining and losing time constantly, but... he is keeping in par with Buzzing Hornet. Oh no, he's slightly closing.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's... Oh! The wet has hit him. The wet has caused him to spin off. Yeah. So I think it is going to be time for the wet tyres, possibly. As he's about to get lapped by Mark again.
Yeah, but that first sector seems relatively dry, and then you've got that second and third sector, which seems very wet.
So we're just waiting to see. Buzzing Hornet back in the pit lane, so I don't know what that is about.
See if we can maybe see if he's changing tyres.
He's going up. Is he changing tyres? No.
No.
Just fuel.
Might be damaged. Or refueling. Might be damaged.
Maybe that suspension damage actually hit him. Yeah, it must be. No, the arm's up so you can go. I think. Let's go on board quickly. This is very odd.
Yeah.
Then the arm is up, he's not going. So Lonnie is in the pit lane now as well. And Lonnie,
that's all
the tyres.
No,
No,
that's not the tyres.
he's got a blue box in his box though, in his cockpit though. See the blue box?
Yeah.
In the pit box, in the you can't see it there, but on the camera, you just saw it by his arm. There, you see it?
Yeah.
If that's airflow or what, but buzzing back out on track. So I don't know what that is all about. I keep jumping back in time. My phone keeps crashing out. So I'm going to go onto the YouTube on my computer to see the live stream. So we are jumping back as well on on my computer side. That is not good.
No.
Oh, more penalties, more penalties, more penalties.
Lonnie now with a penalty.
Penalty, Lonnie.
How much of a penalty? 50-second time penalty!
Ew, mate. That's a big corner cut.
What?
That's a big old corner cut, or you speeded in the pit lane.
That must have been speeding in the pit lane multiple times, because 50 seconds!
Or he was in the
That's
way
not
of
time
back
game.
markers. Just
Maybe
get time
that
if
could
you're in
also
front of
be-
back markers for too long. But that is not helping Lonnie. Lonnie, stop! Oh, it's a little bit of a lock up there from Yevez dog. Interceptor and Yevez have got penalties as well, if you didn't notice. They've only
Yeah,
just...
but Flip now within, or still within Yev's dog's penalty box, penalty gap.
Oh, as... Wait, I thought there was another penalty then.
Is it? Let's see.
No. No, Mark's back up a position. So we don't have any spinners yet, but that was that bit of splash back there. And there might have been a little bit of splash coming out of that corner, going into the corner. I mean, we're gonna see it going up to through Rouge and Radion. Do we see any puddles? No. So maybe it's just light rain and it's not going to set. And Mark going across the curb there, so he could get another penalty if he don't slow down. So yeah, I saw him cut the corner.
This is very heavy rain now.
Yeah, it's getting heavier. Yeah, it is. So I'm not surprised if Cash in it is seeing the rain on his and it's spraying. Because that's where he is at the moment, is where it started.
Ferrelli has actually gained some time to catch if you look at the previous lap.
Yeah.
It's almost the entire 10th down. Or, yeah,
Let's see if the spray is coming up for Cash in it. Oh, there's a little bit there. If you can just slightly see it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this lap. Maybe it's next lap. We'll have to wait and see. As these cars, I think, they don't have intermediates, do they? They have wets.
No, they don't.
So is Ferrelli or one of the other two cars going to jump in the pit lane?
Yeah,
The other's going to jump in the pits. No, it's not. Neither of the none of the three are going to jump in. Wonder if the back three, the three further back, Interceptor, Yevez, or Flips are going to pit. Interceptor, no. Yevez or no, and Flip. No. So they don't think it's wet enough yet for the wet tyres.
I mean, there will be sort of a crossover point, but it's sort of when do you gauge that crossover point? I guess you could say.
To
Because
be honest, it's just a spray.
you're going faster with these and so.
These guys drive these cars for, well, most races are an hour and a half. These guys probably do 10 hours of testing a week for the setups, whereas I do like 5 hours if I have the time. Usually I do about an hour or two, and like I done an hour, I think, at Silverstone, and look, I won. Apparently cheaters, but I won. So Ferrelli just has dropped back on cashing it as well there. So we can see if they're struggling through the corner. They don't look like they're struggling through pull on, and that's a track that's a corner with a lot of downforce.
If we look at lap times, then it doesn't look like they're really slowing down yet. So.
No, they're cashing it was 2 seconds down on his pole lap, so he's still going at potential race pace lap times in the dry.
Yeah.
But
it's not quite yet wet enough yet, so.
But I wonder if we're going to get the magic of the late nights in Spa. If we're going to get a bit of snow, maybe, or a bit of really heavy fog or something like that. Yeah, heavy fog possibly, or other things. As we have got. When you see spray behind, it's because it's time for wets. Yeah, that's the time I know because of GTs. As soon as you see that rain, you've got to pit. On the spray coming up off the cars, you've got to pit. So Cashing It is going to have a bit of problem. So hopefully the Cashing It and Pirelli are in a party together, so they can speak whenever. Pirelli can tell him whenever there's spray coming off his car. So maybe Cashing It was doing it just to drop back. Maybe it's a potential to help him out later or help him in the race.
I mean, we haven't really seen with any other races where they've really been helping each other.
But no, they don't. There's not really been any other wet races, has there?
No, not really.
I think there's only been one race.
Road America or something like that.
Oh yes, Road America was wet. I think that was the only other race that we've had that is wet. I think.
That's,
don't confirm. Don't agree with me on that. Oh no, lost it, didn't he? I lost it at the end. Yeah, we won't talk about that because he might lose this one if he gets in the lead.
Commentators curse.
As I take a swig of my beer, we are 11 laps in, so but 7 minutes and 58 seconds away from half an hour into this race, and we've done 11 laps. So we've got a lot of laps to come. I think if we get to about 13 or 14 laps every half hour, that's going to be a long race.
Oh, somebody's in the pits. That's Mike.
That is Mike. Has he got damage? That is a new team, so that's a lovely livery. I'm not going to lie, that's really nice. It's a mixed colours of, I think it's Project Cars colours, isn't it? Yeah, red, blue, yellow and green. Yeah. So Mike has got repair, maybe?
I think so. But you can see he's got the
index has Mike Cashing It as pitting, so maybe it's time for the wet. But there's no spray coming up. Maybe he has prepared this lap ahead, and he gets the Mercedes treatment first box. Hey up, wait a minute, no tyres. Oh no, maybe that's been a mistake. Maybe I can put the tyres on. Maybe I can change the tyres.
That's not going to be great.
No, it's not. So notice that the two cars of the two Ferrari B teams have both got British flag on the top of the car there, and they're both apparently British cars, well, British drivers. So I wonder if that's a little bit of that would be pretty cool.
He stayed in like after the fuel was put in, so I think he might have had damage.
Might have done, but there's no tyres.
Pirelli into P1, so
Pirelli's pulling the gap on Sig, so maybe Pirelli's doing the pull-away game on Sig. So
Sig might be struggling in the wet now, because it is a little bit wet, and you can see spray, small amounts of spray coming off.
Hey up, I just felt my wheel move.
You can see it perfect.
Don't know if that was.
And a lot of people in the pits now. Oh, bit of a spin. Don't know if that was lag or what, but also a little bit of a spin coming out.
Oh, there's a bit more there. I just like grabbed the bottom of my steering wheel and it just moved towards me. I was like, what? I'm a bit quick with. It's bolted down as well.
Jesus, okay.
Okay, it's not moving when I yank it with two hands. I moved it with one hand with a beer in the other. As Pirelli is in the pits now, so yes, it is wet. You can see the spray coming up on the back of Cashinet's car.
Yeah, but we saw a lot of people just going to the pits now. So
Cashinet looks very, like he's got a lot of grip. Maybe. Oh. Maybe we just didn't see it. Maybe he's done what Husa did at Catalonia in the GT4s. He pitted just behind me to go onto the wet tyres, and he had it on auto by weather, and he put it onto dries. It were dries, and he put dries back on. It rained, and then it dried up, and then it rained again, and I got third place, I think. Hey up.
We see the top 4 now in the pits. Probably should check the tyres.
Sig pits, yeah. Sig tyre change. Sig has got the wet tyres going on. Sig Pirelli has got the wet tyres on.
Pirelli, yeah,
has Cashinet on. Cashinet has stayed out, so I don't know. I think he must have the tyres on. Ah, wait, I did forget. Is it after the fuel? Because we don't really look at the pit stops, and I'm not 100% sure. The fuel has
we did see
done.
Pit, so we didn't see the
done.
tyre
Yeah,
change, so.
tyre change now. So after the fuel. Cashinet. Oh, Cashinet is pulling away from Pirelli. So yes, he has changed. He has changed.
Yeah, maybe we just didn't see it. Yeah.
Ah, Lonnie's lap time. Look at his lap time compared to Buzz in it.
Lonnie. Oh.
I don't know if that's wet tyres or dry tyres, but if that is wet tyres, that is a very good lap time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it is wet tyres because I want to see him catch back up. Because if he gets back up into the top 13 or higher, he will have had a great drive tonight. That is what I like about these drivers. Cashinet took 1, Pirelli 1, Pirelli 2, Sig 1. Then we done Inceptor on. Pardon me. Inceptor on 2, Yeversdog on 4, Mark on 3, Mike on 13. As Mark has been given a 3-second penalty again. I swear that's keep going on and off. And Lonnie on a 50-second. I'm disappointed with that. I don't know why he got that. But with 13 laps in, with 2 minutes remaining, keep on that. We've had a pit stop as well, so we could be seeing Lonnie pitting again.
Lonnie pitting now.
So that must be a wet tyre change. Yes, that is a wet tyre change. Yeah, it is. See the grooves in it.
Yeah.
So
Pirelli
dropping back behind Cashinet now. Just close in there because of the bus stop chicane. So Cashinet leading up, coming on to the final lap before we go to 2 hours remaining. 14 laps, so 15 laps, we're going to get 15, 30, 45. Possibly like 90 laps. I'm not 100%. For
90?
Wait, for half an hour. That's, I think in 15 laps a time. 15 minutes every half hour. 15, 30, so 45. So they would do 45 laps or less if it was an hour and a half. So 60, 75 laps. I'm sorry, 75 laps.
Yeah.
Or less.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, I think it was gonna be. It would have been 90 laps if they done the 3-hour endurance. Yeah. So I think that was what has got on these guys. So I don't think they want to be doing a 3-hour endurance race. Keep in mind that I done a IndyCar race that was meant to be 78 laps around Sonoma. No, 87 laps. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you've done the career mode and you do the actual 200 lap around Indianapolis.
That's fun. How many drivers did you get?
2 or 3 hours.
How many cars were you against? How many cars were you against?
How many cars do I want?
How many cars do you go against in it?
I think match is 30, so... Well, no, it's 31 that you can go against. I think it's 31.
Yeah,
It's 32 cars in total.
yeah, I think so. It might be. You get 35 at Le Mans, I think, on a rolling.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 14 laps. We are 50 seconds. We're 10 seconds into the half an hour, the 2.5 hour endurance race. Cashing it about to start his 15th lap. So yeah, it's gonna be 75 or laps or less. So it's gonna be, I think, 70 laps maybe.
Ooh, as we have a battle between
Yves and his teammate, an Interceptor. As Interceptor has just dropped off the back of Yves, so letting him through, I think, or
but
Yves is
Interceptor
just dropping.
Yves in the pits because they
wait.
both pitted and Yves was in front and Interceptor came out in front. So.
Let's have a look. Who's got the most? Who's got the better speed?
The penalty.
ID4 gets speed for 1 second.
1 second, yeah.
So Yves.
Yves dog with 4 seconds. So
Oh, there's no
flash.
There's no splash there. Do you notice that? There's no splash there.
Yeah.
So might be
that
the track.
Could be rendering, but Interceptor goes a bit deep there.
But he still has the gap between him and Yves, as he actually he was slightly closing. Going into less horse now.
Mark, trying to come chasing down.
As he just elapsed another car. So I don't know who that was. That might have been Buzzing or Lonnie. Buzzing.
Yeah, it was Buzzing. Coming back to that fight.
Paced by Hijacker Sweden. In 10th place at the moment, mate. Go Team Ring Police. That is TRP. Team Ring Police. That is the meaning of TRP. I just thought it was top, just short.
We see almost everyone has got penalties now.
Yes. Flip, and Rizzy Real, Hijacker Sweden, Cypher Agulator, and Buzzing not having any penalties. Has Buzzing actually off the track? I don't know if he was just letting the leaders, the cars in front of him, just lap him. That was as the Sig dropping very far back off the group of Cash in it and Ferrelli. So the two teammates of Ferrari B. Oh, we're gonna they're pulling a little gap now, as Ferrelli is 6 seconds ahead of Sig. So we've only got I think we only got 3 cars a lap down. We might have 2.
Mike is almost a lap down.
Buzzing is nearly a lap. Oh, he's a lap down. Yeah, he's easily a lap down. 3 minutes down. So yes, we only got 2 cars lapped at the moment, and 3 close to being lapped or more. We're coming up. So we're just watching Mark go through the bus stop chicane now.
We see him chasing down there.
Oh yeah, I just turned my volume on my computer. I can't hear my voice. My knee's playing up. Ow. Ew, that was a bit of a wide line, Mr. Reezy. Reezy Real going a bit wide through the source. That is getting very wet, but it's dry. It looks like it's easing up now. And time progression is going very slowly, but we are only
35 minutes in.
Yeah, actually, I just want to test. If you press right on the right analogs, if you go right on the right analog stick, does it switch through that bar on the bottom?
Pardon?
If you put your right analog stick to the right, does that go through the times?
No.
Is it left analog if you press R1 or L1? Or
no.
left or right on the D-pad?
That's just where I can change.
So I want to find out if you can do that, because it makes it easier just finding out where cars are and like how far they're back, because it says if they're a lap down or no.
But Mark has got a great pace, because we see him catching up. He was 4 seconds gap to Interceptor, now he's only got 2 seconds, so he's catching up quite a lot. Or Interceptor making mistakes. We see him actually gaining up to Cash.
Yeah.
Everyone gaining up to Cash, so he might have made a mistake.
My phone off charge now.
Do we see Cash coming up behind? I believe that's Mike. Yeah, it is.
Wow. I didn't know you could do that.
What?
In Sweden, you can cross 2 bridges that are very long to get from Sweden to Denmark.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Fun fact. My mate's just gone to Denmark. It's taking him 5 hours from Stockholm, I think. So yeah.
See Hadskov Sweden closing up a little bit to Crazy.
Yeah. But so we are cashing it. It's actually setting the fastest lap apparently. But Pirelli, oh, they go cash in it 3 seconds slower. Pirelli. Oh. No time change. I noticed. I didn't notice any time change. Ah, so
yeah.
Pirelli actually catching up because of cashing it there, being a little bit
Hadskov
slow.
Sweden now only 3/10 or 4/10 behind Crazy, so
Yeah, so this is going to be a battle to watch.
Gearbox.
As we go down towards, I don't remember the name of the corner. It's alright, it doesn't have a corner. We're going through Campos now. Going down to Stavolot.
You see Hadskov going very wide there, losing a small bit of time.
So Rizzi's still in ninth place, so these two could be battling a little while. As, who was there? That is Hijacker Sweden looking for the inside line that was going out of Corporfriere. Without going down through Blanchimont. A very beautiful corner which is flat. So there is rain there the whole way. So that must have been a render distance problem. So we're down to second gear, down to first, going into the bus stop chicane now. Just try to keep on the back of Reezy Real. Coming up to the line now.
Just after Camel Straight.
So we're going on to the 18th lap for these guys. Hijacker Sweden hasn't even got his lights on yet.
No.
And aiding this is allowing Cypher Knight to close up slightly as well.
Might have it set to automatic, so. Or,
yeah, but that'll be yeah, if it's. Oh, that's a very lovely line for Hijacker Sweden there. Possibly a penalty for that little bit of the curb he just took. Maybe not. But Lonnie not losing much time there actually. He's doing pretty well. He's only 8 seconds behind Buzz.
That's good. It's quite a lot of time though, maybe having to slow down.
Yeah, well, we've got an hour and 50 minutes remaining, and they guys aren't even at their normal like race time yet. So it's good. It'll be a good test tonight. If
Racing going very slowly there.
And that was a very good line from Hijacker Sweden. Possibly could get a penalty there because that was off the track. But he's done that, and he's got right on the back of Reezy Real into Puon. He's going for the inside line. He's run Reezy Real off. That's an unfair. That's a.
That wasn't even running him off. I mean, he didn't touch him, and
yeah, but he didn't.
Reezy going wide.
I think he didn't give him the line there. That's the thing. Maybe I didn't get to see on board. If we got to see on board, but Reezy Real is
No, I
closing
mean,
up.
I'm looking at the replay, and Razy was off the track before Haj even took the line. So. I mean, if you look at the stream, then you do see that Razy runs off, maybe just outbraking himself.
So we are. So yeah, our Jack Sweden has pulled a gap on Razy Real. Coming up to going from Blanchemont, that was going down towards the bus stop chicane now. Yeah, it's pulled a gap.
Overtaken Interceptor.
Mark up another position. So Mark up to 7th. He pulled a massive gap because he was battling Reezy Real about 5 laps ago, and he runs a little bit wide there. As I after as is that Yevez?
Maybe a bit of it.
That's Interceptor. Interceptor had to make a little bit of a dodge there to make sure that there weren't any collision. As you don't want to be too much puddles going up for a Rouge and Radion, because if you do, you ain't going in for a nice ride.
Yeah.
But
it's a bit of a slip and slide then.
Some of these guys are having a little bit of a tail happy moment. The tyre wear is getting on them and losing the grip. They're losing their grooves, and their tyres are making them a slick tyre at some point. Yeah. And if they make it too slick, they're just going to aquaplane and go straight on. And that's a bad place to go aquaplaning, going up Rouge and Radion, go through Radion. So hopefully we don't have that, as Flip Flip is the only one.
They make interesting crashes, but they're not very good for the drivers.
No, I'm just looking. Flip Flip is the only one that hasn't got a penalty in the top 8. So he's 34 seconds behind Cash in it, but there is a long. Well, he's got a 14-second gap over ID Forgets. Keep in mind that ID Forgets did spin earlier in the race, so ID Forgets not looking too bad being up in 5th again.
Marquios as well.
Marquios, yeah.
He was down in what, like
10th or lower?
Or even lower?
Yeah, he's up to 7th now, and he was battling. Yeah, as I said, he was battling Reezy Real.
To come back at Mark.
He was battling Reezy Real about 5 laps ago, so he's pulled a massive gap on him. He's closed what? 15 seconds or more. But looking at it, Hijacker of Sweden has pulled 5 seconds a lap. That lap alone, he's Reezy Real setting a 2:18.
And contact! Takes Interceptor with him.
So there might be a damage on the front of Interceptor and side damage to Mark. Oh, Mark having a little bit of back end wobble. I noticed there. I don't know if that was just a high revs or what. But we can't see anything on the side of the car.
Let's check Interceptor in the front.
So Interceptor, let's see if he goes flat going up for Rouge. He probably shouldn't.
I think he might have just been slow enough to avoid damage. I mean, you can see
how the hell do you go flat through a Rouge? I can't do that in the wet. To be fair, the last time I'd done a Rouge in the wet was F1, and you can't do that in the wet. Well, you can.
Yeah. I mean, these cars, the grip is insane. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. So Cash in it, leading the way by 2.5 seconds over his teammate Ferrelli. As he actually, whoa, Cash in it, losing it. I think. Look at the gap. Look at the gap.
No, not too much.
It was 2.5. It went down to 1.5. So I don't know if Ferrelli. Oh, it looked a little bit of understeer there through the source, and Ferrelli looking fine at the moment. Let's see if Cash in it can take it flat up for Rouge.
Cash in it did hit 2 laps earlier than Ferrelli, so.
Oh, Cash didn't even shift up a gear through Rouge and Radion. And Lonnie in 15th place, 7 or 8 minutes down behind Buzzing.
Yeah, well, you see that as well when it shifts to Lonnie.
Yeah,
I don't know why it does that, but.
Yeah, we're going to Cashnik. I'm watching Cashnik going down to name corner, but I can't say. He runs a little bit wide there to start off seeing. Don't know if that was a little bit of back end I saw already, but he's still going. Has he got a back end slidey? No, he hasn't. Really so They're taking it a lot easier now through Puon. As the fastest laps currently... Oh, Yavez's dog is disconnected. So he's lost his... sixth place.
Sixth.
So that's not good for the team there. As Marg is now under pressure from Hijacker. So Hijacker's closed in quite a bit onto the back of these two now. So Mark has got to defend from Hijacker Sweden, and maybe these two will work together to try and get past Mr. Interceptor.
Yeah. Maybe just trying to get that slipstream Camel straight.
As we go back to Lonnie again.
I'm not doing this, by the way. I don't know why that happens, but...
So, Mark, I just realised I won't be able to do different drivers.
Pardon?
I won't be able to change to different drivers, am I?
Oh, that might be bad.
So, yeah.
I mean,
you might have to just stay up, mate.
You know what?
Do it.
I will.
Yes!
I mean, it's weekend, so...
Yes, it's a bank holiday over here.
I just gotta be quiet.
I thought...
Markios going wide.
Yeah, so Markios going very, very wide, and letting Hijacker Sweden ahead. So, there is now 2 drivers without a penalty in the top 8.
Markios maybe losing a little bit of confidence.
After the contact.
Yeah.
Ferrelli. Oh. He's closing. Slightly. And,
you was at least.
Yeah. So, I'm going to... well, at 1 hour and 30 minutes remaining, I will quickly run to the toilet because I am needing one. But I want to stay here until an hour in. So, cash in it. Oh, Sig disconnect. So out of 3rd is Sig. As an Interceptor disconnect. If any more disconnect, we may not have a red flag. I don't know. So
we might have to do a race restart at 1 minute, 1 hour 42 then, or 1 hour 40 then.
Yeah.
42.
So if we do that, yep, if we do that, that will put Lonnie back in the chance of getting back on the grid, and the drivers.
You might do a rolling start as a form of
yeah. So
safety car start, but...
I haven't had any notifications yet. As I thought Ferrelli nearly just spun it. If we do get any more disconnections, that will. I don't know how many disconnections it is until we do get a restart, because we've had 3 drivers drop out of the top 8 so far. So there's half
the top 5 even, so 2 out of top 5.
Yeah, well, we got 3 out of the top 8, because I don't think those 3 are going to be happy with that disconnections, and we'll probably want to restart. So we'll have to wait and see if anything is said. But I don't expect much if Gav and Breezy Real want this race to carry on.
Obviously, this isn't great for the people who disconnected, but for the people who are still in, you know, this is 3 positions with 3 points, so...
Yeah. And like I said, now Lonnie is actually in the chance of getting more points than he actually was. He's now up to, I think... 12. He's up to, I think, 6 or 5 or 6 points now.
Yeah.
Which isn't much, but it still helps him.
Yeah. Actually pulling a gap to Mark, so... Mark maybe just taking it a little bit calmer.
We'll have to wait and see.
Distracting himself. Because Mark has suddenly gained a huge amount of time. I don't know if it's just because of the chicane, but... For me, he was down to 5/10 gap. So.
Yes, So, I don't know if we are or not, because it's going to... I don't think we will now, to be honest. As Buzzing always got a suspension damage. Lonnie is just overtaken him. So, Lonnie's just unlapped himself by 1 lap. So, if he's got a big amount of suspension damage, and someone else, I thought someone else was in the pits, but they're not. So, we'll see if Buzzing's going to get any repair. And if it's going to be a long repair, this could put him back, put Lonnie back in a position.
Yeah, I mean, he could also maybe be going for new tyres. I'm not sure. Strategy is, yeah, go for some new wets.
Yep. So
getting some extra grip. I mean, nobody really close to anyone else, except for maybe these top 2. This gap has been dropping and falling, so no one obviously sure what's going to happen.
So, I'm surprised Sig, I think he's the main admin of LMP2, actually hasn't called a race ready to start, or what? Because I don't think he would be too happy that he's lost his 3rd place position. Yeah. As Buzzing in the pit lane still. Is he moving yet?
We can check. I mean, he doesn't. Yeah, he is. He's out of the pit.
He's coming out of the pit lane now. So he is 4 minutes ahead of Lonnie. So let's close him up a minute or so.
Doesn't look quite a bit, yeah.
Oh well. We'll have to wait and see if anything else happens, and if we do, what's going to come of it, because at this rate we could be having a very, very unusual race from some of these cars.
We're almost close up to an hour and a half. That means that it will end at almost exactly 12 o'clock for me.
Oh, yup. It's a bit late for you. So, yeah, we are about 6 minutes away from an hour into the race, and 25 laps completed so far. So we're what, 45 minutes or 40 minutes in, and we've had 25 laps. Oh, Buzzing Hornet is disconnected, so let's put Lonnie into 11th place now. So we've had nearly half the grid disconnect. Oh, this is odd.
I mean, I'm surprised we haven't already gotten a race restart, but
yeah, same.
I think if we lose 6 people, then we can stop.
Have we got any lost connection? So we've had Interceptor lose connection. As
obviously, I don't know if a race restart will fix it, because obviously you can just lose connection again after a race restart. But
yeah. But we've lost nearly half the grid in the space of half an hour or so.
Yeah.
The race has been going not even an hour. And we're back to Lonnie. He's now 9 minutes away from Mike. And he's nearly in the top 10. I said it'd be a push for him to get in the top 10. May not have thought of that. But Lonnie has still got a 50-second penalty. Bear that in mind.
Yeah.
And we are, yeah, 26.
I think Mark's made a mistake because he's fallen quite a bit away from Hijacker.
Well, maybe it's the grip that Hijacker Sweden has got. Maybe he has got more He's done a very wet setup, and he's done it as we actually going into the dark now. Actually, I can see the sunset just happening. If you just notice there, the brightness on the front of the HLB car.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit dark now, so possibly going into the night, which it is, because it is a 24-hour endurance race, but shortened. So we are going. Where's the name of that corner? I still can't remember. Friege. I can't think of anything to say. Oh, someone. It sounds like they're off, but that's not. That's someone going through bus stop chicane. And keep this in mind that there's a puddle there in the bus stop chicane. Lonnie and Mark are one of only few teams left, a full team left in this race. We've lost Reezy Reel's teammate. We haven't lost Flip Flip, so there's 3 teams. I forget who's his teammate. Agulator, I think. Agulator is in the Durex car, I think. No. Wait.
No, they're not. Who is ID Forget teammate this season? That's Flip Flip. How'd you go? It's like
Oh, there's a bit of connection problems with Mr. Dutch Moose, so I don't know if that is my connection or what, because some of the cars are lagging. I don't know, because there are some cars lagging across the track on my screen in the stream, so I don't know if that is mine or not. Plus I've got my phone on, my YouTube on, the map on, and my PlayStation on.
Yeah.
And my mum's probably doing work downstairs, so it's probably mine. And my phone is not refreshing, so I think it's mine. So yeah, as the lights actually have come on for Hijacker Sweden.
I mean, we can probably do a fuel run now because if you see Hajka's only got.
Yes, we can do. So leading the way, cashing it on 17.3. So he will be pitting soon with the fuel, and then Ferrelli on 21.6. Then Flip Flip. So he's jumped up a bit because of the penalties. Flip Flip on, what was that, 22.6? We're back to Lonnie now.
Oh.
So Flip Flip on 22.6. ID Forgets, I think he's running out of fuel, 1 litre. So ID Forgets pitting. Hijacker Sweden not pitting yet. Yes, that is a good question. Is that tyres or just? Wait.
No.
Wait. The fuel. It's the fuel. Then it's the tyres, isn't it?
Yeah, but he put his hand up already, so.
Yeah, it is. So tyres are fine. So ID Forgets not changing tyres yet. As Mark goes up to 5th place, as ID Forgets is in the pit lanes. As Reezy Reel is up to 6th as well. So they'll be dropping down soon when they pit. But they can put a big enough gap, may possibly will close up. Cypher Knight in 8th on 19.6 litres. Next we've got Agulator on 21.4. Then we've got Mike on 19 litres, and then Lonnie with 26.7. As ID Forgets, he's just going down the pit lane now. So he's been in the pit lane a very long time.
Maybe a small bit of damage here.
Yeah, possibly a bit of damage to the suspension or the engine, because the engine does get worn quite a bit around here, because it's very. Because some cars haven't got the setup they need, because they need to be getting. I've been seeing a lot of these cars redlining it going down the Kemmel straight. So ID Forgets nearly goes straight on as we're going back on board with Lonnie. So Mark 17.7. Next car to pit probably is going to be Cash in it. As Ferrelli catching up slightly as well. I'm going to go to the toilet, so you can take over for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. 5 minutes more likely.
Yep.
I'll bring myself another beer and I'll be back. So, one sec.
Yep. Not much really going on. I mean, definitely so far, cashing it being the next one to pit with just under 13 meters of fuel. And it'll be interesting to see if these guys change tyres as well, because it is getting drier. I mean, as you can see, there's no rain. So it'll be a little bit of time before they actually switch to dry tyres, because obviously the track has to dry first. So it'll be interesting to see if they maybe switch to hards or something for the grip, or for the tyre life, or something softer for the grip. Obviously, maybe everyone trying to drive on the racing line, just trying to dry up the track a little bit. I mean, just trying to drive on the racing line in general, and maybe as quick as you possibly can. As you can see, it's still relatively light. And back on board with Lonnie. Let's quickly check penalties again. Nobody really getting more penalties, so. As we see Lonnie pitting again. Will he go for tyres, or does he have damage? He's still got a fair bit of fuel. It's a bit of an odd pit, but no tyres, just fuel. Maybe a few repairs as well. Yeah, repairs. Might have hit a wall somewhere. You can see the splash starting to get quite small. The track is definitely drying up as we enter the night section, the night stage. But you can also look at like lap times. It's definitely getting a lot faster as Cash's and Pirelli's last laps now. 2-minute 10s instead of the 2-minute 15s that we've seen. Ray's coming across the line. 2-minute 13. Lonnie still in the pits. Coming out now then. It'll be interesting between Pirelli and Cash to see who hits first, because see, I would be pitting now for soft tyres. I'm obviously not sure what these guys will be thinking in terms of fuel, because Cash in it is 4 litres less than Pirelli, so he's been running a little bit maybe higher engine modes. So he will definitely have to pit a lap or two before Pirelli, which will give Pirelli just a little bit of extra grip at the end of the stint. You see them coming up to the flat out section of section 3. Sector 3. coming up to Blanchimont, and then the bus stop chicane. Mark and Mike in pits. Is he going to go for a tight change? I think so. Yeah, he is. He's going to slicks. Is Mike gone? Yeah, Mike's also going for a tight change to slicks. I think I can't see. Now Mike just getting the refueling done. As you can see now, no splash at all, so definitely a good call from Mark and Mike to go onto the dry tires. Molly also in the pits now. Not sure if he's got damage again. Mark also taking his time in the pits. Fixing his damage from earlier. As you can see now with the light, the track is now completely dry. So definitely time to come to the pits. That's actually a good point, Index. Is the pace coming from low, very close radiators? Because that'll reduce the drag coefficient, which makes you faster in a straight line. Coming to laps. That is. Ooh, both are coming into the pits at the same time. That is hitting the wall there. I think that's Razy actually. Going into the same box apparently. A bit weird. You see Pirelli and Cashnet coming in at the same time. Cashnet having that 3-second gap though. He is already done. Yeah, the tie change that is not happening for us. Or maybe I have damage. Not entirely sure. Let's see where Flip comes out in relation to them, also going into the pits. See people coming out now. Cashing it out. And Pirelli coming out as well. He's jumped him in the pits. So Cashnet definitely spinning it somewhere, or maybe just losing the rear, hitting the wall a little bit, getting a small bit of damage. Or engine wear can also be.
I am back. Ooh, it's dark.
Jumped Cashnet in the pits.
Oh, nice.
Cashnet had some damage, or maybe just a little bit less fuel. He had to wait a little bit longer in the pits, and yeah, so you do it.
Ah. See if we've got any comments to read. Pirelli and Cashnet both have very high oil temperatures. The fast pace coming from a very close radiator setting. Downforce. Ah. So the downforce, it's not the rad temperature.
I mean, the radiator setting will make it less drag, but
yeah, this temperature of Pirelli is 182 Fahrenheit, so that's very hot. It's about 100 and what that 116 or more. Well, I thought Pirelli just lost it then, but he didn't. But I wonder if Pirelli's gonna let Cash it back through and let him take back the lead, as the championship is in his favour, or are we gonna have a Hamilton Bottas incident where Valtteri exchanged? He doesn't want to let him past.
I don't think so.
As Cash it just looking for a position just to place to make an overtake. As Cash it just slightly goes deep there. Spa-Francorchamps is in the pits. And Lonnie's actually caught up slightly. Yeah, he's only 9 seconds. He's only 9 minutes away as well. So Mike actually having a 4.5 minute long pit stop, whereas the others are having 2 minute, 12 or less.
Yeah.
Or 2 minutes and 14 less. So maybe Lonnie could be doing a little bit better now. Took a little bit longer than I actually expected to be. I was 12 minutes, but
Catching it right behind Pirelli.
My knee decided to play up as I went down the stairs, so I was like, ow. Because I somehow damaged my knee, and then, no, I think it was when I hit my back, I hit my knee, well, the side of my knee, with my bag and my PlayStation and my computer in it for the commentary on Tuesday for Formula 1, and I forgot to bring F1, so I didn't get to commentate it. So yeah, I think I did take it, but I just lost it, and if I've lost it, I'm not going to be happy. But then it's F1 2019 comes out soon. But then that means I've got 2018 just to commentate. Oh, there's a bit of bodywork there on the exit of Campos. Campos.
Yeah, that's obviously not something you want to hit, because that will slow you down slightly.
And that's on the apex, that's on the outside line, so the car's run out wide through that corner, so it could be a issue into the race for this dark condition, or these dark points. If we go on board with a car that's going through Pool and going down towards Campos now, you might be able to see it. I don't know who that is. That is Spa-Francorchamps, so Spa-Francorchamps just there. There, you can see it. I think just near him hits it there. So we'll go back to Kashnit as he looks to lap some more cars and try and keep on the back of Pirelli. So the exit La Source going down towards Radiant and Rouge. This is going to be intense to the later bits of the race where the team orders could go straight out the window and.
Great exit.
Why does he keep doing this?
No, I'm respecting Ollie again.
Maybe he paused when we were spectating him, and that's causing it every so often. But Cash actually closing on the back of Pirelli, actually 0.1 of a second quicker than him, and he is 0.1 of a second down on his last lap. Literally 0.100 of a second down.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
These guys are going to be getting a little bit more. Jeez, I've just seen the Kashnit's radiator temperature. He has got. He's going to be having engine damage because of that.
Yeah, that's maybe what was being repaired and what took so long, because his oil temps is slightly higher than
that's burning the case, and that's causing a problem for that car. So Pirelli taking it a little bit easy with the temperatures, because I think Pirelli has not even hit 200. We'll just make sure it just double counts. Just double check. Yeah, no. They're both running very high temperatures. I don't know what Flip's running in temperature wise. Flip is temperature is 199. So yeah, it could be Pirelli and Kashnit damaging their engine, as ID forgets is in the pits. So that's down the pits again. ID forgets actually now getting lapped by Ferrelli and Cashnit. Ferrelli's pulled a slight gap on Cashnit coming out of the bus stop chicane. As I'm going to quickly just double check the chat. 240 is okay apparently to interceptor. What is counted as high interceptor? Slash limit. Ah, so that's the limit you can go to.
Okay. Well, for really pulling a small bit of a gap here.
He's on 42.
But cashing it now, gaining small bits.
I think you get a damage rad, you get like 300 probably.
Yeah. Well, I've got mine in Celsius, so I wouldn't know how.
But is yours in kilometers or miles?
Kilometers.
Yeah, that's why. Mine's in miles. So, Ferrelli pulling away. So, this is an odd scene to see. This is basically the Leclerc-Vettel incident. The the guy that's further behind in the championship actually being ahead. No, don't say it too early. Yeah. I thought that was Ferrelli going off then. I thought we were spectating Cashnit that was very close.
That was very close indeed.
Cashnit actually had to brake a lot because of that. That was I think that was ID Forgets that came on track there. On track there and nearly hit him. No, it was not. No, it wasn't Reason. It wasn't that one. It was a different. It was a car ahead. It was ID. No, it wasn't ID Forgets. It was Hijacker Sweden. Yeah, it was Hijacker Sweden who nearly hit Cashnit, as he's actually dropped back about a second off of Ferrelli because of that. As we go down towards the source for the 36th lap, with an hour and 12 minutes remaining. That seems like such a far distance though, but I hope that we get bigger servers soon. Well, next game by that meaning. Yeah. If we get bigger servers, that makes it a lot better for sim racing and endurance racing, because we can actually do like Le Mans sort of style. What is this camera view? Oh my gosh, that looks like that looks like the Mulsanne Strait. Going down there at dark. I can just imagine the Mulsanne that night with the lights just down each little road, and it's just like I
mean, driving in the night, you really don't see much until it's right in front of you. So if there's debris or something.
And the worst is worse when you have fog, heavy fog in the dark. That is the worst time to have problems, because no lights, heavy fog and heavy rain at night, that is gonna be hell. Or just heavy fog, that's just kill. Looks clear so far, as we've probably just about hit midnight. We can't actually look up to see the moon to tell.
But Cashnit actually got damage maybe, because
Cashnit, maybe
going very slowly, or relatively slow.
It doesn't look like it.
I don't know if he's maybe
maybe that shook him up, that near-on crash with Hijacker Sweden. As I just noticed the gap between Hijacker Sweden and Flip. It's nearly a minute.
Yeah.
So the gaps are getting a little bit bigger. The gap between Lonnie is now Lonnie and Mike is back to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But Mike's last lap time was a 2:14. Lonnie was a 2:06.
Well, no, it's going down. Because it was 9 minutes 30, now it's 9 minutes 3.
Oh, so he is closing.
I mean, I doubt he'll close up the needed gap by the end of the race.
Well, you never know. With an hour and 10 minutes remaining, Mike could have anything happen to him. Lonnie crashes out. Well, he's got that 50-second penalty.
Mike crashes out.
Have we got any more penalties added? Let's just double check that.
Let's check.
Ferrelli on 2 seconds. Cashing it on 1. Mark on 3. ID Forgets on 1. Oh, Mike 53. Lonnie 50.
So now Lonnie actually doesn't have to worry about that 50-second time penalty.
He just needs to beat him by 3 seconds.
So yeah, that
Or be within 3 seconds of him.
It's easier said than done.
No. Mike needs to be in by 3 seconds. Yes, that lap time was a 2:07. That's a quick lap for Lonnie there. I don't know if that's
that's under the majority of the people. You know, I mean, that's even faster than flip. So.
Yeah. But keep in mind that there we go.
Getting the toe here.
Yes, he is getting the toe off of. That is Spa-Francorchamps. So he's gonna unlap himself on Spa-Francorchamps. He's doing what Brendan Hartley was it? Brendan Hartley? I think it was Brendan Hartley did last year in the Toyota. The 6 hours. They had a problem at the start and they closed up and actually pulled away. This is a bit worrying for Lonnie because he's not pulling a gap on Spa-Francorchamps now. So he needs to pull a gap on him because if not, he will get a penalty.
Yeah.
So if Spa-Francorchamps drops back slightly, just makes a little bit of an error going through any of these corners, that will stop Lonnie from getting any penalties, as he actually runs wide there. So this isn't really a battle. This is Lonnie got any penalties yet given to him? No, so yet. Lonnie's fine at the moment. It has to be within a second or more, I think. He gets a penalty.
We can't really see that gap, so.
Yes, that is the one problem we have. We can't see how quick he is compared to Mr. Spa-Francorchamps, as he actually set near on a second quicker lap time than Spa-Francorchamps, and he actually has pulled a gap now. So just double check that Lonnie didn't get a penalty in that final bit we haven't checked. No, he hasn't. So Lonnie that's helped him out quite a bit there. So he's actually pulled a gap. So the next car he should be coming up to is ID Forgets, if I'm right. Or someone else.
Yeah, because well, the entire pack's been
maybe Spa-Francorchamps is lapping someone.
Yeah.
Spa-Francorchamps is what, 2 minutes 46. No, it is ID Forgets.
No, he's actually yeah, Lonnie's right behind Spa-Francorchamps right now, coming up behind him now.
You mean ID Forgets?
ID Forgets, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So an hour and 7 minutes remaining, coming up for 38 laps. So my calculations were near on right. 2 hours, an hour in. Oh wait.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half in. I said 45, didn't I?
Yeah. So we're just short now, but.
Yeah. So we're currently running a little bit behind, but the wet has slowed these guys down. So I see that just under 75 laps. So possibly could be looking at about 70 or less laps. These guys, as Lonnie come through, pull on, trying to close up as much as possible into the back of Mike. Hoping, well, he's probably hoping that Mike has a big repair, as Augusta Agulator is in the pit lane for something. It may be suspension. He looks a bit little.
Look at the right light there. For me, it's broken. So he's got damage.
It looks fine for me. As we go into the pits, yeah, he's a bit wobbly. So a bit of suspension damage for Agulator, but he is getting tyres. He is getting tyres.
Mark right behind Razy now.
Possibly, Agulator could take drop in position.
Yeah.
As yeah, he has. Wait, no, he might do. Well, let's go on Mike. Where's Mike? Oh, is that? Who's that? Is that Lonnie flashing Reezy?
That's Mark. That's Mark.
Oh, is it Mark? Okay, that's Mark flashing.
This is actually for position, yeah.
Oh, it was flashing for position. Ew, that's a bit naughty. Shouldn't be allowed. Should only be allowed to flash the drivers in front drivers behind by a lap or more. But Reezy Real trying to stay on the back of Mark as well, trying to get the toe towards Hijacker, who's only 5 seconds away. So Hijacker, who pulled away in the wet from Reezy Real, has actually getting closed in by Reezy Real in the dry. As we have got our next comment. which is time for slicks. We have already got slicks on, I think, mate.
Yeah. That's slicks for quite a while.
Agulator is still in the pit lane. He's just come out now, so he's 7 minutes down. So that's
actually come up behind Mike. Yeah, he's come up behind.
Well,
Mike.
No, he's 5 minutes and
Just
20
behind, yeah.
seconds behind. Behind Ferrelli. So this could be a chance for Lonnie to close up. As Mark tries to close up as much as possible onto the back of Hijacker Sweden. Keep in mind that this is for 4th place. It's ain't a podium, but it's still a good result for Mark and for the team, because at the moment Lonnie down in 11th, getting I think 8 points now. I think it is not looking too bad for him. My mouth is getting so dry. So, Mark looking very quick going down through Rouge and Ravion. Yes, he has. And we're back to Lonnie. So Lonnie 8 minutes and 45 seconds away from Agulator as well. So not far, as he's actually got a back marker behind him. Oh, a leading car behind him, and I think they just had a crash. I think we've had a spinner because there was one right back on Lonnie there. Now side by side. Who is that? I don't know. Really?
I'm looking back.
It was Hijacker of Sweden. No, it wasn't. Cypher Knight and ID Forgets who made contact, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. I don't know if it was I don't know who it was, but one of them lost it. Keep in mind that Mike is going to drop. Mike is dropping down behind Agulator if it finishes like this. So at the moment, because Mike has got a 53-second penalty.
Wait, who's that right behind him? That's right behind ID4.
Yeah, and I'm wondering who lost it. We'll see in a minute when these two finish their lap. And I think it is ID because his last lap was a 2:14. As Mike has been overtaken by Agulator. So Agulator back up to 9th place now.
Yeah. I think actually Mike might have spun it because look at the gap now. There was a 7 or so second penalty gap between Agulator and Mike. Now it's the other way around.
So I feel like right on the back of ID Forgets now, coming up to the no name and then coming through Campos now. So we're going left. We'll see if the bodywork's still there. The bodywork has been cleared by the marshals. Great job by the marshals that are invisible. But we're coming through, down through Corp for you. Now going down towards Blanchimont. Which these guys must love going through Blanchimont and Rouge and Radion. These two corners are just flat, even though they've got a little bit of a kink to them. You just see how quick that corner just banks, goes to the left. You think like they ain't got the steering to do it, but this track is built for some great racing, and we've seen that in the past with Formula 1 and other events like WEC. But we're looking for this to happen in Gavra Racing at the LMP2 series, and other rounds later in this.
Not really getting the entrance, but definitely also not getting the exit.
Oh wow! This is getting very intense between these two because he's closing. He is closing slightly. As we're back to Lonnie, who's now 8 minutes 44. So 8 minutes 44. He's closed 3 seconds there, I think, or more on Mike. ID4 just getting put under pressure by Cypher Knight now with an hour and 40 seconds to go. We're going on to the 42nd lap soon, these guys will be. And the lap time set by Ferrelli, set a 2:04.288, so a very quick lap from him. A 2:3.340, and Cashnet has lost a bit of time. It's now 4.5 seconds. It's 5.
Not really sure what's going on with Cashnet.
5 seconds down now.
He's got damage.
Maybe a little bit of damage. He might have hit the wall on the exit of the pit lane. As we get our next comment. God, I love these comments because they're probably Russians. Hi GT3. Did same race last night. 2.5 hours. Yeah. Hi GT3 did last night. Did same race last night. 2.5 hours. Yeah. Why didn't Jeanette? Oh wait, no, I was about to say, why didn't GT4s do it? Oh wait, I would have killed myself in that race. To be fair, I would have probably done well with starting it back.
Yeah.
Hi Cadwell. Commentator that I've had before, for once. One round. But Hijacker Sweden weaving behind Mark now. So Mark getting past Hijacker Sweden and Reezy Real 1.7 seconds behind Hijacker Sweden. So Hijacker Sweden's setup is not good for the dry. Or he's just not having the grip he wanted.
He did hit, I think. He was one of the first to hit, so he just not having the grip he wants. Maybe just a bit of a too aggressive setup or something like that.
Thanks, mate. So, yeah. 42 laps in with 58 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Pirelli is your leader, then Cashing It, then Flip Flip, then Mark, then Hijacker Sweden. Then we're down to 6th place, which is AA Reezy, or Reezy Real as you want to call him. Cypher Knight, ID Forget, Agulator, Mike, and Lonnie. That was a dive bomb there by one of the cars we were just watching. Then that was Mr. Hijacker Sweden trying to go for a dive bomb, I think. Yeah, it was trying to go on Mark, I think. I think I just caught it on the stream as he went for it. We'll just go back.
Yeah, he did.
So we'll just go 30 seconds or more. There we go. We're coming through. Who on now?
Ooh, that was a bit, yeah.
Hijacker Sweden is quite far back. He's 0.4 of a second, 0.5 of a second coming into.
Oh, that was a lot of wheel spin there.
Yeah, so he made the dive bomb, but didn't make it because Mark probably Mark covered him off there.
Ooh, but that was.
The sun is at 30 minutes to go, so we've got 27 minutes left of the darkness for these guys. Apparently from Cadwell 5, who raced the 2 hours and 2.5 hours last night in the GT3s. I see what Gav's trying to do now. Basically, do a GT3 and an LMP2 race at Spa on the same weekend as Spa 6 hours. And it's an LMP1 and GT3 race, or GTE if you want to be precise, but it's GT3. That's really, I don't know if that was planned or that's just really good luck.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good luck for Pirelli if he keeps going at this rate, but I'm not going to call that if he does anything. Possibly next time. No. If PC3 comes out soon, possibly a bigger lobby, which will be pretty good because we can commentate on GT3 and LMP2 cars racing around here, which would be fun. So yeah. I hope that for the next game because that would be great fun. But Hijacker Sweden just trying to find a way of getting past Mark as Reezy Real is closing up. So Hijacker Sweden's got to be careful because Reezy Real, the little New Zealander, don't know how tall he is. The New Zealander, what is he, New Zealand or is he Australian? One of the two. He's from, huh?
New Zealand.
He's New Zealand. All right, he's from New Zealand. He's from New Zealand, yeah. So the New Zealander closing onto the back of Hijacker Sweden. So international battle here so far. Well, continental battle between the Europeans and the Eurasians. Project Cars 3 is coming out 21 or 22. So 2021 or 2022. Which I think is a bit too late because they stopped all the DLCs and stuff on all the updates.
Yeah.
In December, I think if they're doing it just to get the next game so much better, because there was so many updates when this game first came out because they didn't come in with such a good start. But as we see there, Agulator's getting closed in and Mike's got back past. So Agulator's had a spin.
Yeah.
As Reezy Real is reeling him in. Now that's a new quote for me. Reezy Real reeling in. Here we go. Reeling in the Swedish. The Swedish fish. There we go. We call him the Swedish fish. It'd be better if he was yellow because he would be like a Swedish fish. But okay.
Both of these two are teammates, I think. Oh, wait, no, that's Racy.
No, Razy is Suki's teammate, which was buzzing as we had a spinner. Spa-Francorchamps has lost the position to ID Forgets now, so ID Forget will try and pull away from him. As he is just getting back up to speed now, as Reezy Real is right on the back of Hijacker Sweden now. We need to get back onto this battle as it's 0.3 of a second. But allowing Mark to pull away. Mark, I don't know how long his penalty is again, but it's I think 3 seconds? 5 seconds now.
5 seconds now, yeah, he's got a corner or something.
It's still, I'm not calling him Aaron, Reezy, because it's AAR.
Yeah.
But it's Reezy. Reezy is still within the 5 second margin that Mark has got on his penalty. So if it finishes this close, it could be a position. As Reezy Real goes for a dive bomb through Blanchimont, makes the overtake. Is he going to keep it going into the bus stop chicane? Hijacker Sweden's going to look for the outside. Is he going to go for the inside? He's not. He's going to keep it behind. He's going to try and work out where the best place for Reezy Real is to get past Reezy Real on the next few laps. And he'd probably try and push it. But we
don't really
noticed.
understand how you get an overtake on that Blanchimont because that's flat out.
To be fair, I don't know either. He braked as well, I noticed. Oh! As Hijacker Sweden just clips Reezy and also doesn't go past him because...
I think that might have been lag.
No, I think that was actually contact. I think I saw it a little bit. But that was a good drive, that was a good sportsmanship move from Hijacker Sweden because he could have taken that position and pulled away. But he slowed down and let Reezy Real carry on. So they're probably now going to work together. Yeah, every time it happens. Reezy Real and Hijacker Sweden probably going to use each other to try and catch up to Mark now because Mark's only 3.8 seconds away. He's pulling as well. So the car that's got a 5 second penalty is pulling a gap and it's not good enough for Reezy because Reezy could get a 4th place here if he closes in enough.
Yeah.
With 52 minutes remaining, this is getting a little more intense as this is what I like about any endurance race. Yeah, just watch that instant back. As soon as I get an Elgato, I'm gonna get an instant replay thing set up.
Yeah.
So I need to get a PC set. If you guys would like that, I will be hopefully doing that soon.
Yeah, I mean, to me it looks like, I mean, even from your point of view, it looks more like lag because he was just to the left side or maybe like the model hit boxes, but collision boxes.
Yeah. So, oh, Reezy Real had a bit of oversteer, and he's lost a light and a bit of suspension. She's now down to one light. If you go back a bit, you'll see that he just had a bit of oversteer.
And then he tries to correct it and then overcorrects it.
Just loses it. So that's not good for Mr. Reezy Real. But he's still got 51 minutes remaining. Hijacker Sweden can mark up. Mark could mark up. Flip could disconnect. Anyone could disconnect.
Having actually a pretty good race so far.
He's in a welded zone. He's basically in Candyland, whereas these guys going around Spa.
He's got a minute behind him and a minute in front of him, so...
He's mistaking the curves for candy canes. That's what he's doing. Well, I say that, but he ain't got a penalty. It'd be funny if he had a penalty. He's been eating them too much.
Yeah.
Being taking up the whole of his body over the candy cane. But
we are coming up
looking
to
like
another,
a very good point position for Flip. This is the highest I think he's been all season. As that is Lonnie, I think, ahead of him.
Let's check. Yeah, actually...
Yeah, it's Lonnie. Yeah, it's Lonnie.
But we are actually coming up to another
pit stop
phase, because...
Move in the next 5 laps? 5 or 4 laps?
Yeah, five laps at max.
Yeah, maybe 6. Because 14 was enough for 4 laps? Yeah, 4 laps for Rally.
Yeah.
like second place. He went out with 14, Kashnik went out with 12. Kashnik went across the line with 1 left. So yeah, 14 would be 4 laps. So yeah, about 14, about 5, 6 laps to go for the next pit stop for drivers like Pirelli and Kashnik probably. Kashnik is on 19, so yeah, they'll both be pitting at the exact same time. Then we've got Flip Flip. Flip Flip's near on a lap down, and he's probably on target, the same as these guys. Then you go down to Mark, who's is a much lower fuel load, so maybe he's going to be pitting a little bit early and then he goes deep there into the bus stop. Oh, a little bit. Well, as I say that, he's got a bit of oversteer and a bit too much throttle.
But if he plans it right, I mean, this could be his last pit stop, and then he won't have to pit at the end of the race, and he will be on the lowest amount of fuel. So he will.
Oh, as he spins it. No, you can't run the RS dash as the
Crazy in the pits now.
The RS dash app is on the phone. You can't run it on the PlayStation screen. If you could, I would.
Oh, but it's a bit of a fight now between. It's a bit of a drag race between.
I think you might be able to. But hopefully, as I'm saying, I hope the game developers that realise that these games are getting bigger in commentary and stuff like that. Like the last few years, last year, F1 got big with the commentary, or the esports side. Project Cars 2 got big about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Well, I think this actually got big. It started off when it first came out. This one, didn't it? Because it was P Cars event, I think they named it.
Yeah.
But I think later, I think F1 2019 probably have a bit more into the commentary side, as it's being manufactured by F1 and owned by F1. So I think there's going to be a bit more into the side of commentary, as Hijacker Sweden is right on the back of Mark now. If you want to jump into that, as you actually tell a lie, you're actually onto it. I'm just reading the comments. But no, I wish RS Dash was able for the director, but it's not. But I think if I get the Elgato, I can make my own custom little screen with like telemetry and shit like that. So we'll hopefully get to see that if I get an Elgato, which is about 100 quid. But as Mark goes deep into the bus stop chicane there, jumping into the pits a bit early, making a bit of contact there actually. Oh, he's rubbing the wall. Mark, 5th place now. He's trying to do that because he was getting caught by Hijacker Sweden. So he's probably going to try and do an undercut and put a massive gap on him. Coming into this, I think this is a bit of an early pit stop for Mark, to be honest, because he's got 46 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. He's either got to go on slow fuel. Has he missed the pit box?
Wait, he missed the pit box? Oh my god. And he hits the wall on the outside as well.
Oh, now that is not good for Mr. Mark.
Did he have a drive-thru or something maybe?
Maybe.
I think so. It would say DT next to his name.
Yeah, pit. ID forgets pits. 2.8 litres of fuel. So ID forgets making the first pit stop of the final time. So if he's in the pit stop more than 1 minute and 10 seconds, he should be fine. If he goes on to 75 litres with probably brand new tyres, he should make it to the end.
Hajka, because he has to pit soon, and
Mark's only 17 seconds behind. 18 now.
Yeah.
So this could be.
So I'm gonna leave you with Hajka Sweden, and I will be right back.
Okay. So Hajka Sweden currently going through. Well, just went through per one down to turn 13, which has no name. 14, which is Campos. Campos, whatever you want to call it. Campos. Then turn 15, no name. Turn 16 is Corbs something Paul Friero. Now go down towards Blanchimont. Very good corner here, as we've seen Breezy Real make a dive bomb on Hijacker Sweden through here about 15 minutes ago, if not less. So we got 15 minutes before the sun is back to high. I think that's what Cadwell said. Hijacker Sweden staying up for another lap. As Mark is actually closing on Hijacker Sweden. So I don't know if this is going to be a pit stop strategy for Mark to drop into the pits now, as he realises that he pitted too early. But saying that, I think Mr. ID Forgets, who pitted with a minute and 10 seconds before 45 minutes remaining, may not make it to the end, as we watch Firelli in the lead on 49 laps in. So that's not right, is it? That's 10 laps since the last time, I think. That's not right. I don't know. Then Kashnit in second.
Back.
Flip Flip third. Hijacker Sweden fourth. Mark fifth. Cypher Knight sixth. Reezy Real seventh. ID Forgets eighth. Regulator ninth. Mike 10th. Lonnie 11th. Lonnie very far down. Very hard for him to close back up. As I was just saying, I think ID Forgets has pitted a little bit too early.
Yeah.
As he...
Look at this gap between Kashnit and Firelli.
Firelli is pulling a gap. Now that is a new one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a new one.
But I mean, ever since we've seen these two, I mean, you know, for a couple of races, ever since Road America, Firelli's been doing great against his teammates, so...
Yeah, he has.
We should see a shift in power.
Well, 13 minutes before half an hour remaining, and my lap estimation is very wrong, because we've got 13 minutes to do 10 laps, and we've got 13 minutes and it's 2 minutes a lap. So, and that's not including pit stops. So yeah. 3 minutes, probably 5 laps. So not far out.
But do you want to check penalties?
Yeah, so go through penalties. So Firelli on 2 seconds, Kashnit on 1, Flip Flip 0, Hijacker Sweden 0. Then we go down to Mark on 5 seconds. Then Cypher Knight on 1, Reezy Real on 7, in 7th on 0. ID Forgets on 2 second penalty. Agulator on 0, Mike on 53, and Lonnie on 50. So that is your standings with 45 minutes remaining. Fastest that was 2:03, I'm pretty sure, set by Firelli. As Mark is in the pits finally. So I wonder if Mark is going to go for the fuel and tyres, which he needs to go for the fuel. If he's going for the tyres, hopefully, he missed his box the first time. As he comes in, he misses his box, I think. No, he's got the right box this time, finally. So he's going in, he's getting the fuel. The tyres are getting changed. This is just giving him some breathing room for the final part of the race. So 41 minutes. No, he hasn't. It's on 6.9. But Mark, is he changing tyres? Is Mark changing tyres? That is the question. Mark changing tyres. Yes. So Mark, wet tyres.
Wet tyres?
Wet tyres?
No, he's put on slicks.
No, that was wet on wet.
He was on wet.
Okay, so the flag is up and he hasn't gone yet. So I don't think there is any damage, or I don't know. As he
he's got a little bit of damage, I think, maybe from rubbing up against the wall, but...
So, Hijacker Sweden coming around the right-hander, double right-hander, now going through Corb's pit, Paul Friere, going down towards Blanchimont, 44 seconds over Cypher Knight. Cypher Knight, who hasn't pitted. Mr. Hijacker, brain meltdown. Mr. Reezy Real has pitted, I'm pretty sure. Reezy Real has pitted.
Yes.
Oh, Reezy Real is going to be calling this one tight. And Mark is out of the pit lane, I think. As Hijacker Sweden apparently got fuel now. No, he hasn't. Yeah. So Hijacker Sweden going on to his final lap of this stint. As he... I thought he was going to spin it. Yeah. Tires are getting a bit warm.
Firelli has to pit this lap.
It does as well.
I've still got some breathing space.
He has probably got a very small breathing space. But for Flip Flip has stayed on the track. If you keep it on Lonnie for a little while, it goes back automatically.
Okay, yeah, I know that. Yeah. But Cypher Knight on 9.2.
So 9. I'm just worried about Razy because he's on 60 litres, and I don't think is enough to the end.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty irritating.
As Pirelli pits, cash in it pits as well. Yep. So we'll see if these two will go on to the soft tyres or wet tyres. Because I did say something about I did see wet at the in the lobby. So I don't know if it's a wet finish.
That could actually maybe Racy saw that, or you know.
Well, we have got a tyre change. We can't see the grip on that tyre. We can't. So 9 minutes before sunrise, full sun I think or sunrise.
Well, it's slightly getting brighter. You can see.
Yeah, we're getting a little brighter. Oh, tyres off. Don't see what that is. I think it is soft tyres. It does look like softs. So it's going to be dry tyres to the end of this race for the two cars. Cashing it looks like he's got some damage. Pirelli going back past. Pirelli's ahead actually in the pit spots. So Pirelli actually got damage. Cashing it. Pirelli and Cashing it are going at the same time. Because his box is further down, so he gets to go first. But Pirelli leading the way still. Flip Flip. I don't know where. Oh, Flip Flip. Oh, Flip Flip. We're on board with him. Coming through. Paul, yeah, whatever the name is, coming down through the launching on now, very fast part of the track, going through it at about 7k revs, so I'm surprised how high these are.
Just okay, yeah, there we go. But it said catching at a 2-minute gap. I was like, huh?
Yeah, that glitch happens when it's in the pit stop. So Flip Flip has looked at the pit as the fuel level and has pitted. I think he just clipped the barrier there coming into the pit lane. As I'm still on my first can, and I got my other can about nearly an hour ago. So this is, you can tell this has been an enjoying race. As I would have been on my second by now. Hijacker Sweden on new tyres. So we'll have to see if Mark can jump him. I don't think he will. That's my worry. Mark is there.
Technically, you had a.
Cypher Knight is in the pits as well.
Oh, who was that spinning behind him?
That would be one of the guys ahead. That would be Mr. Cash in it. Cash in it. Cash in it. It's 12 seconds down.
Yeah, it was.
The new tyres aren't looking good for him. So we go back to Hijacker Sweden. Has he moved yet out of the pit box? Well, that's the question.
Yes, he's out.
No, that's. Oh wait, yeah, he is. Flip Flip. Wait, Flip Flip has went in before him. So Flip Flip has got damage.
Yeah.
Cypher Knight going ahead of Reezy Real. Will Mark get a position back? Probably not, as they're coming down the home straight now. He's made a position, I think, on Cypher Knight. We'll have to double check that as they come.
I just checked back on the.
Oh, this is gonna be tight. The tight for the guys further back. As Mark is trying to get past Cypher Knight, possibly on the pit exit. Breezy Real is out. Cypher Knight. Oh,
he spins it again into the wall.
How bad would that have been if he just clipped Cypher Knight as Cypher Knight was leaving the pit box? That would have been such a bad time.
There, like...
Yeah, that's not good for Mark, because Mark's got suspension damage. He's weaving down the straight, going down towards Rouge and Radion. So
he was fighting for fourth.
That's Radion, actually.
He was fighting for fourth, but it doesn't look like he's going to be getting that far.
So Hijacker Sweden into fourth place with a big gap as well. I think it. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if that was you or not.
Pretty big gap behind him and a pretty good big gap in front of him. So.
30 seconds between him and ID Forgets. So, wait, is that a 4-5 for teammates?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And Racy right behind ID.
I think that's a 4-5 for the teammates. If Cypher Knight was a bit further up, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But
yeah.
You know it's getting late when your eyes are getting very sore and you just want to close them and go to sleep. But I am a true man of my word, and I will say for the end of this race, as we've got 35 minutes remaining, Pirelli on 53rd lap, right on to his 34th, 54th lap. Soon. Actually, I think he's going on to it now because he's got what, 12-second gap. So yes, that is, I think, Pirelli onto the. No, it's not. So I think that might be Pirelli ahead, maybe. They have Rizzi. Yes, it is. So Rizzi Pirelli onto the 54th lap of the race with 34 minutes remaining. That is the teammate of Gaming VR. Who is that? That's going to be Mike, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Mike.
Yes.
Mike, 7 minutes and 21 seconds behind, ahead of Lonnie now. Oh, is he getting closer? Mark, back in the pit. So that contact with the wall has damaged him. Oh, wow, he's crabbing.
He's crabbing. Yeah.
It's great when you've been at college for a week and learnt about suspension and steering and all that, even though you know it. And we went about crabbing and stuff like that. So, we've got crabbing. We've got crabbing Mark. We've got Mark who's crabbing.
He could actually, he's going to come up behind Aqua later.
Aqua, it could.
He might actually have to be fighting with Mike.
No, that's an incorrect time because Agulator should go past now, and Agulator.
I know, but with the damage, you know that.
Yeah, but Agulator's not gone past yet.
Let's actually see where he is then. He is there.
No, that's Lonnie, mate.
Oh wait, no.
That's
okay, well, okay, no.
So Agulator's unlapped himself, actually.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Mark doesn't seem like he's moving out of the pit box yet. Yes, he is now. He's moving. So Mark, nearly put it in the wall. So 63 litres of fuel left with 33 minutes remaining. So we've got the sun back for the end of this race. As that is a car going very wide. Who was that? That looked like it could have been ID. Yeah, it was ID.
Yeah, it was ID4. I think maybe he expected Pirelli to be just a little bit quicker or something. So
maybe. I think he may have got that corner wrong and just at the end didn't really let him pass. As someone drove the hell out of their car, going, oh, ID forgets and he just lost it. As there's a puddle of rain there. Hey up.
Yeah, that would really
puddle
be
appear?
People.
That puddle's just appeared. That puddle's just appeared. Like this lap, it's just appeared. Look, there's water on the outside of the track. Is there rain? We'll have to wait and see. It's like, if you haven't seen Endgame, it's like basically like, dun dun dun, is it going to happen, is it not? Ah! I'm not ruining it for anyone, but I'm just saying, is it happening or is it not happening? All I'm saying is I cried. Literally, twice.
But they say that's going to be the last Avengers movie, but
yeah,
I know Disney.
Disney, you mean Marvel,
I know
mate?
Disney. They can. Marvel is Disney.
Marvel's Marvel, mate. Disney's Disney. It's like saying DC is not Marvel.
No, but no. See, Disney bought Marvel.
Shush.
And I know Disney wants Disney's
They're gonna make Disneyland Paris with the Avengers in it. Probably gonna happen. All I'm saying is a fucking sad movie. You watch all of them, you cry. And also, apparently, they're bringing out the Ultimate Saga. All of the films in a massive bundle. It's about 28 films.
28 Avengers?
Yeah, it's like all the Avengers movies, like all of like Spider-Man, Captain America and all that. Yeah, I think it's going to be easily 100 quid or more.
I mean, if it's 28 movies, most
it's also including Endgame. If apparently, I saw it on Facebook last night, but someone said if it does happen, so I think if it does, it'll be mad. Because I think I would. I think I'd watch it all. I think I'd watch every single movie, not like one after the other. Like
which Spider-Man movies? Which Spider-Man movies though?
All of them.
Plus Spider-Man isn't even actually part of the Avengers.
Yeah,
Spider-Man isn't
but
even in the same universe as the Avengers.
he is.
No, he isn't.
The Avengers are from fucking different planets.
No,
Thor's
not
from
different planets.
Thor is from a different fucking universe. Okay.
No, you don't get what I mean by different universe. Like,
He's not DC.
No. What I mean is that, like, in the comic books, Spider-Man and Iron Man don't exist in the same, I guess you could say, like, in the same world.
Mm.
Because Spider-Man's also got his own crew that he runs with and all that stuff.
Yeah, but you saying you've watched all the comics?
Pardon?
Have you read all the comics?
No, but I've seen a lot of the like animated stuff based on the comics. It's literally
Anyway.
the animated comics.
Yeah, I think it's more like Spider-Man and Captain America. It's probably like a build-up on how they got them all into one group.
Yeah.
I got a spoiler earlier on after I watched the film, so I was like,
I think the favorite meme I've seen about Endgame, it's that scene from what's it, Metal Gear Solid, where it's like that guy's like they played us like a damn fiddle.
mm,
When you go to watch Endgame and realize that the entire movie is full of spoilers, they played us like a damn fiddle.
yeah, no, it's a very emotional film. All I'm saying is they go back in time and that's it.
I mean, the Avengers can't really be that emotional.
It is. Keep in mind that it's the last film that Stan Lee made. And he didn't even
Well,
get to see it, like, in a movie, like a cinema, because he passed away just before it came out. I lie it. It's really emotional. Okay, all I'm saying is he makes an appearance in it. Twice.
Well, of course he does. He's made an appearance in every bloody Marvel movie till now.
Yeah. But no, it's a really good film. If you guys want to go watch it, it's worth a watch. I
But
watched
how
it in
long is it actually?
3 hours and 2 minutes.
3 hours and 2 minutes.
Yeah, I went to watch it at 7 and we got out at like 10. So, like half 10 because of like the ads, and it took us a while. Oh, ID forgets to disconnected.
ID4 gets disconnected.
So ID forgot.
So you said Lonnie won't get top. You said Lonnie won't get top 10.
Hey up, I ain't lying. I'm lying. He is getting top 10. Wait, I shouldn't say that. We've got 27 minutes left. As I'm
Well,
gonna expect, all I'm expecting, all I'm expecting is a really. I'm expecting a message in the live stream from Mr. ID Forgets within the next 30 seconds, or a lot more, as it is 11:45 in the UK, or 14 minutes to 11, and yeah. Wait, you said it finished at midnight. We've got 27 minutes left, mate.
Yeah.
So finish gone midnight.
I'll finish.
Oh, okay. I don't even.
14 minutes last.
Okay, all I'm thinking is I don't even know who the driver of the day is. Also, Agulator in the pit again. So, Mark.
I've just seen. I don't know if that's like not changed, like the damage glitched out for Mark, but
Do you want
got a
another?
little bit of wing damage.
Do you want a spoiler?
Sure.
Okay, I'm send you a spoiler. Not sure what's going on at the moment with my pace. Buzzing Hornet. I don't know if I have a problem or something, but even in my own leagues. Club races or something. I need to see what that says, because I want to find out what that is about. So where is Discord? There is Discord. So the message is Buzzing Hornet has said, not sure what's going on at the moment with my pace. I don't know if I have throttle issues or something, but in my own club races with KCSR and ACR Pro GT1 League, I'm struggling to even keep up with the pack. No idea, I'm really sorry to whoever I was feeling for tonight. I streamed my whole race, so I will post it when it uploads. My car felt broken from the start. The rear was all over the place. I had a handful of saves from hitting walls, but eventually I wrecked my front and had to remove the blue flags, just getting in the way at that point. So that is what Mr. Buzzing Hornet has said. As we say
like
that.
a club series Discord then or something?
That's his. No, that's his league.
Oh, okay.
It's not Club Series. This is LMP2 Series. We haven't just changed. They haven't changed the title of it yet. But what was I going to search? Oh yeah, the end game spoiler. I'm going to send it to you.
If it's Iron Man dies, I think everyone's found that one out already.
Hey, what if someone hasn't?
Well, I mean,
Nice one.
too bad.
There you go. That's what you get.
Let's see this. If it's some way, let's see this.
That literally is one of the scenes, basically.
I've just seen the cover and I'm like,
Yeah, do you understand it yet or not?
nope.
Well, Shrek is Hulk. The raccoon. I called you a raccoon. The raccoon is Rocket, and the other one is Thor. If you look in his hand, look what he's got.
He's got a beer.
He is. And look at his stomach. It's very big. So, talking about the racing, flip is just let past. Flip. I know. Flip is just let flip past. It was Pirelli he just let past as.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Pirelli's there. Wait, who's that? Wait, no, that must be Cash in it. Right there, behind him. I've got pins and needles in my foot. Chris, you seen the gameplay for F1? Hey, bubble.
Yeah, my controller's dead.
Hey, have you seen the gameplay for F1?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a way to charge my controller.
You seen it on
it looks pretty realistic.
It does look realistic. I mistaken it for being real. Hey,
Yeah.
I've been followed by some girl who's 21. I don't know who she is. I'm not following her back. She looks like one of those like porno girls. She probably is one of those porno. I've got pins and needles in my foot, and it's my bad leg.
That's not great.
Ow! 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 Ow!
These two are the closest, Mike and Orgulate.
Yes, so we're just coming up for 22 minutes remaining, and Pirelli pulling away. He's a 13-second gap over Kashi now, so it's looking very big for him. And then it's flip, then it's Hijacker of Sweden, then it is Rizzy Real. So I've been disconnected. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna quickly try and join back.
Oh, I've disconnected too.
So I'm just go back to the invite and use it again.
Wait, is everyone disconnected?
Has the race ended? Wait, I'm joining the lobby. 22 minutes remaining. I disconnect. Alright, joining lobby now. It's probably going to be like...
Too, so...
It's taken a little while for me to join the session, so I think it may have shut down.
Who was host? Reese?
Or is it real? Yeah. But he didn't disconnect. Fails the game. Multiplayer session full or no longer available. So, let me just double try that, guys. If not, that will be the...
I've got that too, so...
Maybe the session has gone down.
Or...
I'm just going to use the invite again. It says there's 8 people still in the lobby, though. That's the one problem.
Well, no, that's because of when you got the invite. I'm just quickly going to message him. Crazy.
Joining session. Let's see. If it doesn't work, I will be ending the stream, unfortunately. If any of you guys are in a party with any of the drivers, please tell me that the race is currently still going or has disconnected. If not, if it has disconnected, that is not good. As we did. Damn, guys.
You might have restarted 20 minutes then, but
Just a question. Index, you in a party with Mr. Mark, or... Oh yeah, I'm back in the lobby. The session is still going. The race is still going. Yes, the race is still going. Okay, I'm going back into the stream now. They keep disconnecting. So we'll go back to the lobby, and hopefully
I find it funny how both commentators disconnect at exactly the same time. And
yeah, same.
Exactly the same time.
Whoa, that was a big old bit of lag, as there is rain on the track now, and there's only 7 cars remaining. So we've had a very big disconnection. So we've lost Lonnie, we've lost Mark.
I don't understand why we don't do a restart then, because
and we've lost cash in it.
Oh my god, that's huge for the championship. That means that wait, then Pirelli's overtaken him if he wins.
Pirelli was in the lead the whole time.
No, I mean in the championship.
Wait, is that true?
So you get how many points do you get if you win?
30.
30 or so, right?
I don't know. 30.